Woo, woo, I'm in a car wash. Woo, I'm getting clean, guys. Hello, are you guys feeling clean today? If not, join me in the car wash. Woo! I wish I could like spin. Hold on, I can kind of spin, I guess. Whee! Round and round she goes in the cam wash. Yes, guys, join me today as we get clean today. Yes, not from drugs or any such legal substances, but we're getting clean, guys. We're not gonna be stinking. Are we getting the wax treatment? Ooh, I feel like the wax treatment isn't really necessary, to be honest. I feel like it's extra money for something that's not worth it. But maybe today we treat ourselves, you know, maybe we treat ourselves. Should have such a stream before Dokumi? You're right, every single Dokumi attendee should get a mandatory spin in the car wash. So let's actually turn, you know, the queues going into Dokumi. Let's turn these into a car wash. We'll just install those like, what do you call them? The big rotating brushes all the way along. Actually, why stop at Dokumi? Let's do this for every single convention. For every single convention, my pitch, if you elect me Mayor of Camille Town, I swear I will put car wash brushes on the side of every convention entrance queue and forcefully spray everyone down. Yes, yeah, I will like the visitors at my pool. Exactly. You're freshly off the treadmill, into the car wash you go. Yeah. I think this will objectively just make things better. Yeah, I think that will make things better. So please vote for me as Mayor of Camille Town. Hello, Evermill. How are you doing today? I do think I'm doing God's work. If I dare say so myself, I agree. Like, I can also stand on a side with like a power washer and spray people down if they don't want to go through the car wash. But I think this is objectively going to be a net positive for the world. The water we spend is probably going to be worth it. Oh no, I accidentally zoomed in. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to rapidly approach your location. I was still tapped into VTube Studio and I scrolled. That will happen sometimes. Sorry. Personal space. Sorry. We don't have to social distance anymore, though. We don't have to social distance, so maybe I could. Sorry, I didn't mean to. When I clicked into VTube Studio and I scrolled, that happens. That's why sometimes I'm like super duper far away as well. Hello, Evermill. How are you doing today? Where's the first redeem? Oh, there we go. Drew, congrats on first. Hello, Irfat. I like that you got your check-in before you tried to claim first. Hello, Drew. Hello, Drage. Hello, Tier Kafa. Hello, Victor. Hello, Paper Tiger. Hello, Seraph. Hello, Morn. Hello, Snaggle. Hello, Millennium Reaper. Hello, Sen. Hello, Effet. Hello, Tavarius. Hello, Reister. Hello, Jer. Hello, Tato. What was my question of the day? Did I put one? If I put one and I wrote it yesterday? Oh yeah, I wrote it yesterday, but yeah, I forgot. Oh, have you ever met up with online friends? Oh, that's very topical. Oh, maybe I should have made the background something cuter than a car wash. I now realize. I could have made this like a cute photo from our meetup, but instead I put a car wash. I see. I see the problem. No, have you never, Tato? That's so interesting. Hello, Fredo. A few times? Hell yeah. Dokumi, Sarah. Hello, Unrocks. Hello, Glove Boy. Hello, Drew. Thank you so much for the 445 rotation permits. That's a lot of rotations right there. Hello, Spatz. Hello, Niwam. Hello, Bonus Cracks. Hello, let's see. Fire Dragons. Mandatory wash sounds good. I think so too, right? I agree with myself. Warren, thank you for the 15th stream watch streak. Thank you. Hi, Moosey. Hi, Raichu. A simple shampoo distribution system would be less hassle. I don't know. Like, people are not gonna use it though. I feel like people are just gonna be, I don't know. Like, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make a drink. You can't get closer. Okay, guys. Okay, I'm approaching. I'm approaching threateningly. That's right. I've escaped the car wash. Hey Rosie, the plane redeem should toggle right after the vamp mill is over. I'm surprised. Well, it should expire any moment now. Hello Camille, hello Pax. Don't complain about hugs if you get too close to chat. But chat is stinky. Chat hasn't gone through the car wash yet. You, car wash first. And get the wax treatment too while you're at it. You got jump scared by my bosom? I'm sorry, girl. That doesn't normally happen. She's just standing there, menacingly. Hi, Kazu. Do mod meetings count? Yeah, definitely. If they're in person, Maybe, who knows? What's this a side-eye raster? What the fuck? Hi, Mana. Hi, Jazzy. And I don't regret it all. Met some of my best friends online. That's really nice. That's so nice. Not that I'm complaining. I wish I could promise you, don't worry, that will happen again. But it actually happens quite rarely. Normally, I'm scrolling the other way. Normally, I'm scrolling this way. And then I open my VTube Studio and I'm like, where the hell am I? Oh, here's the plane. Sorry, guys. While I was away, I turned into a plane. I make myself really small a lot and then I can't find where I have gone. So that happens a lot. What are we doing? You should probably run, yeah. Like we hackers. Thank you for the lurk. I've escaped the car wash. It can't get me back in there. Hello, Echo. Distance mill. Yeah, the number of times I open all my stuff and I'm like, where the hell is my model? Why is it so small? Stains are not allowed in the car wash. But how else am I gonna get clean, guys? How am I gonna get washed? Don't shoo me. What the hell? What the hell? My engines need cleaning as well. Thank you very much. If anything, humans don't belong in the car wash. I used to find the car wash quite scary when I was a kid because I guess I was worried. You know, when in movies, I guess in real life too, I've just never seen it happen in real life. You know how when a car in movies like falls into a lake or in water or something and it slowly fills with water and then you can't get out? That gave me like the real fear. And for some reason in my mind I was like, oh god, so cars are not waterproof, right? To some extent they are, but not entirely. So what if water gets in the car? But then I realized that doesn't really happen. I'm sorry, that was mean. Yeah, apologize. That's right, feel bad. I loved it. Wait, you loved the car wash? I still don't really like it. It's so loud. I find that quite upsetting. Thank you for the lurk on rocks. I've met some really cool people last year at Dokumi, but no idea who they were. Did you not ask? I know, after like, what, 4 days hanging out with the same people, it didn't... When you got accosted by a strange man at the airport, being like, hey, are you Reister 37? You didn't think to be like, hey, who the fuck are you? That didn't occur to you because that's weird. New phone, who this? Thank you for the 100 stream watch streak. Thank you so much, thank you. It costs money. I don't like him. It does cost money, yes, I suppose. Most things in life do, I fear. Oh, I kinda love how the plane just gently sways up and down. I think if you're actually sitting inside, that would be quite terrifying. It's quite a lot of turbulence. But it's just me going through the car wash, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I moved the stream. This was meant to happen yesterday. Thankfully, I didn't really have anything planned in today's time slot, so I just moved to now. I wanted to talk about the florAtelier meetup. We raided into Sylvie on Wednesday, and she was talking about the fact that maybe Sylvie and I met up in real life. And I wanted to talk to you guys a little about it. I offer you some anecdotes and my POV of the meetup, which was really, really fun. And I figured, what better thing to do while we talk than to Powerwash? Where the hell am I? Oh, here I am. Jeez. Oh, okay, I'm a worm. Never mind. Jeez, you guys switched to the model so quickly. I'm not sure a worm should be in a car wash, to be honest with you. I'm not sure that's good. RL raided her? No, we raided her virtually. And then we kidnapped her in the real world and did fun stuff together. Wait, that sounds really wrong. Hello, Jack. Hello, Tattooed Rocket Dragon. How are you? Hello, Justel. Hi, Najak. I do not like the worm. Well, the worm's gonna be real clean. Squeaky clean now. Very shiny. But yeah, we met up, which is really fun. Unfortunately, Rabel and Doko couldn't make it. Yeah, but we do hope to all meet up soon. Well, soon. When we can. We hope to all meet up when we can and have the whole gang together. But 3 of us were able to meet up together, and that was really fun, so I want to talk about that. And I figured, while we do that, the perfect yapping game is Powerwash Simulator. So we're gonna play Power Simulator 2. Maybe also just returned from her short holiday. She was away. And yeah, so she's just returning now, so go check her out too. We won't judge what you do in private. I feel like you judge me anyway, actually. Should we call the police? What are they gonna do? I wish there's 90. But yeah, I wanted to talk about it, and I got offered a key for the DLC, for the new DLC that came out for Power Simulator 2, the Adventure Time DLC. Now, I've never really watched a lot of Adventure Time. I've seen like a couple episodes here and there, randomly when I happen to be in the same room as someone watching Adventure Time. I know there's a dog named Trouble in it, and I know some of the songs, but that's kinda all I know about that show. So I'll probably won't really get many of the references. So if you... Has anyone seen the show? In chat, any chatters seen Adventure Time? You are a regular show kid, sadly. Wait, what do you mean? You know me so well. Where have I landed? Welcome to my car, or Syra. Thank you for the follow. Even being a regular, I still get shocked. I feel like the car wash is one of the most normal things I've ever done. It doesn't help I'm warm right now. Is that Daisy's favorite show? She's never watched it. Should I show it to her? I know enough, but not everything. Okay, it's great. Okay, so you guys can like help me with the references. Okay. I've never watched it. It was really popular, like what, 10 years ago? Is that too long ago? Like quite a few years ago. Wriggling through the car wash. I'm kind of worried I'll fall down the grate. That you can see at the bottom there. Hey Lava, how are you? Came out after my time. I remember, yeah, I was... Well, I guess it was quite popular with young adults as well. That's right, yeah, it was running around the same time as Steven Universe. Another show I never really got into, but that was really popular. Yeah, that is the same era. Yeah, people, yeah, were super into this show. For sure, yeah. Oh, good, it went away. It fell into the grate, guys. We'll have to fish out. Hi Lotus, how are you? But yes, I got offered the DLC for that, and I figured, sure, more Power Wash is always good. But yeah, I've never watched it, so I don't really know much about it. But I'm sure it will be fun anyway. I'm always okay with power washing stuff. What's the context you brought up Adventure Time for? Because I got they did a DLC for Power Simulator 2 with Adventure Time, which we're gonna play today. So I need your help understanding the references. Well, Powerwash Simulator has done a lot of collaborations with like stuff, because I guess you can put kind of any universe in Power Simulator, right? I know there was like a Back to the Future one. There's a... Wasn't there a Shrek one? There was a Final Fantasy one. I think there was a Warhammer collab as well. Yeah, they have a lot of collabs. I mean, you can just... The fact that as long as there's any recognizable location or like object in your show or game or franchise, you can power wash it. That just works, you know? Yeah, oh, SpongeBob, that's right, I didn't play that one. Doom. Oh, man, that would be fun. Imagine cleaning the Doom stages. Yeah, the Warhammer 40k one. Do you go to places in the show? Usually you get like 3 or 4 maps of, yeah, like iconic locations, iconic objects. So for example, for Back to the Future, obviously you'd have the car, those kinds of things. The Fortnite of cleaning Sims. There'll always be things I need to watch. That's right, what's this? That's right. When do they collab with Dota? I'm not sure what you'd power wash for Dota. The map? Let's see, what other DLCs were there? The main game had like... They also had some free updates for like the first game they did, which some cool stuff. Could wash the players. That's true. That'd be kind of funny. Normally you can't wash characters. It's only like locations and stuff. They did quite a lot of DLCs actually. Now that oh, Tomb Raider. That's right. That was a Tomb Raider one as well. Yeah. I haven't played that one either. I think we actually named all the other ones. Oh, Wallace and Gromit! There was a Wallace and Gromit one too. That's fun. I didn't know that. Silent Hill, that would be really fun. That'd be fun too. Uma Musume collab. You could like also clean like the stables and stuff. So you just clean stuff from the games and show. Yeah, in the DLCs. The main game, you just clean stuff. They actually have a surprising amount of lore. in the Powerwash Sim games. But yeah, you just kind of go around cleaning houses and stuff. And then they have the crossover DLCs. They also have seasonal downloadable content for like Halloween and Christmas and that kind of stuff. In one of them, you clean Santa's workshop, which is very fun. Ow! Some of them do need some washing. The blood of noobs. Hi, Simu Dogs, how are you? Hello, Roof 6. Yeah, I'm going through a car wash. I'm gonna be squeaky clean. Yeah, Wells and Gromit actually sounds really fun. I kind of want to do that. I want to rewatch that movie. I haven't seen it in ages. I cheat for Daisy. Okay. Can you say Tomb Raider in a French accent? Oh, Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider. Tom. Now, how does my mom say it? Tom Raider. I think my mom says Tom Raider. Which took me a hot minute to realize that Tomb Raider and Tom Raider are the same thing. Because she definitely says it like it's Tom Raider. Tom Raider. Yeah, I think that's how you'd say it. At least that's how my parents always said it. Where is he? Thank you, the 5-3 Westwick. Thank you. Tom Raider. Another of my mom's favorite gaming franchises, of course, Assassin's Creed. And the illustrious Uncharted. The B is silent. Of course the B is silent. What else? What else is there? What else does she like to play? Far Cry. And what else has my mom played? Sniper Elite. Whenever my mom tries to tell me about a video game that she's played, it's like, what? Sorry, can you describe it to me? What happened to it? Resident Evil. I have no idea what he says after Assassin's Creed. Was it? Which one did I say? Far Cry. Pokemon. Pokemon is close enough to me. Actually, surprisingly close to the Japanese original. Pokemon. Evil. Resident Evil. True. Resident Evil. Silent Hill. Elden Ring. Yes, new cover. I've got it all set up. Oh man, I've been talking too much, guys. I now have to rely on my bots due to my segues. How embarrassing, how embarrassing. Your mom plays games? Yeah, my mom's quite the pro gamer, actually. She got a PS5, like, right as it released. She's quite a pro gamer. She plays cool games, too, like cool AAA games, unlike me. Can we play games with your mom sometimes? You might run into her in, like, online lobbies in Call of Duty. Of course. She's a cool gamer, mom. Yeah. She played every single Assassin's Creed game, all that stuff. Hi, Scotty. Oh my god, there's meowing in the background for a game. It keeps scaring the crap out of me. Yeah, we have got a new cover premiering in 5 minutes. I forgot to put in my stream title, but new cover premiering in 5 minutes. I should get the link for it. We will watch it on stream, so you guys can see it there. But I probably should get you guys the link as well, so we can have that open, and it looks like so many people watching my premiere, and YouTube will be like, holy shit, she's so cool. Wow, we should give her an award for being so incredibly popular and cool. Oh, thank you. I see you just got it. Thank you for the follow, thank you. How lovely to catch you live. I'm glad you could make it. Yeah, it's Iris Out from the Chainsaw Man movie. From the Resi arc. I really like that song. So yeah, I finally covered it, and if I dare say so myself, the art for it is pretty nice. They sure made sure to emphasize my assets. My assets looking pretty nice. Not gonna lie. I'm making you EP. Stay awake for the cover. Yes. You can go in the chat, and you'll even see your chats pop up on my screen. Hey. The art is very lovingly crafted, yes. The Camille keys getting some special attention, yes. My modest and humble assets, really, you know, normally I wear this big apron. It does cover a lot of my my attributes, I suppose, my personality, but we've got... In this one, we've got it really stands out with the shirt. Yes. The Camille keys must grow with every art I commission. Yeah, it seems. Oh, that's so nice, Roshanari. Twitter mutuals. That's interesting. Yeah, my personality is well concealed. Makes you wonder if I have one. But yeah, as soon as the premiere starts, I'll switch over and we can watch it on stream together. But you can also write in the YouTube chat. Yeah, if you're over on YouTube already anyway. Makes it look like I'm really popular. Can we have the pool scene now? I'm not sure if by TOS I'm allowed to do that. New cover premiere now. I should also make sure to ping people. And I suppose I should also share my own tweet. Always so much work around. New covers. Because you'd think once you recorded the cover and it's ready and like, you know, it's like you're done. But no. It just keeps going. There's always more to do. Okay, there we go. The artwork is well crafted. Yes. Are you a real girl? I don't know how do you define what a real girl is? We can have the scene after the pool scene where I kill a man. Wait, that's against TOS too. You didn't have online friends until I started watching VTubers. Damn, that's such an interesting intro to like online friends world. They must have followed me back by mistake, so we went to the same board game trade show and we met there. Wait, that's so interesting. That's a good story. Less than a minute left. Yes! You what? No, that's what happens in the Chainsaw Man movie. I can't do that on stream because of TOS, guys. Don't worry, you guys are safe. Less than a minute. Okay, let me mute my BGM. And then I think I should have everything set up correctly that you guys will be able to see and have sound. But if something's amiss, please shout extremely loudly from the top of your lungs, else I can't hear from the other side of the world. You'll have to give a big ol' yell. You might also hear sounds from the game, the occasional meow. Because there's a cat in it. I won't shut up. Premiere will begin shortly. Yes, indeed. Okay. Oh my god, why is it so loud? Holy cannoli. I don't know why the premiere sound is always the loudest thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay. Don't shout now, only if you can't hear. You can hear this, right? Hi, Fifu. They're so loud. I checked and there's no way for me to change the volume. I can put a different counter, but they're all like really loud. We're shouting at our ears being broken. I put the volume lower as well before you guys could hear. Yeah, I know. I don't know why they make everything so incredibly loud. It's so loud. Sometimes I put it too much. Okay, let's go. I will mute myself.
ダメ脳みその中からやめるバカとあめくむらりて Darling baby darling 半端なくラブときらめき浮き足立つフィロソフィー死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくランジ気づけば当人この世に生まれた君が悪いやたらとしんどい恋は辛いバラバラなる頭とこの身体けどやから選びが捨てた一体どうしようこの思いをどうしよう油の奥をたらめが溶けてゲロになりそうどこバチライトボレ死にそう今この世で君だけ大世界 Darling, 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 darling ひっくり返っても勝ちようない君だけルールは適用外4つともオセロは苦しかないガッツ上げ放題 君が笑顔であなたあばらけたぶらでこのシグマ申し訳ないよさして貫いてこの弱点死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何かしほり触れるくらいバレまくらんち気づけば当時冬に生まれた君が悪いパーチモンでもいい何でもいい今君と名付いてる全て欲しいけど脈から I love you が来てて I had a sound I had a sound一体どうしようこの思いをどうしよう油の奥をザラメが溶けてゲロになりそうどこバチライト溺れ死にそう今この世で君だけ大正解 Darling, 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 darling
Yay! I hope you guys liked it. Oh, actually, let me go back to my chatting. Hold on. Yippee! That was my cover of Iris out. I hope you guys like it. Please go like it on YouTube, please, so the algorithm doesn't kill it. Thank you so much. I hope you guys liked it. Welcome new chatters as well. And Andre, thank you for the watch streak. Hello Magnus. Hello Victor. Hello. Let's see, Ernie and Jazzy. Hello, hello. And Noxus and Venability. So many of you guys. Akuma Bana. I almost called you Banana. I'm sorry. That was my new cover. I hope you guys liked it. I actually, you know what? I was gonna say I worked hard on it, but this was actually one of the easiest things I recorded in a long time. Oh yeah. Also, yeah, my legathon. Yeah, they made me just look really good in this. Yeah, they really look amazing. Yeah, this was actually one of the easiest things I recorded in a long time because I actually have this on my set list at the moment for convention performances. So I actually know this song really well now because I've done it live like a number of times. So actually, pretty nice, easy recording for me for once. Hi, Liquor. I counted. Thank you, Zara. Thank you for helping me do well with the algorithm. Thank you, Elias. Clean my house. I actually thought about doing like a house cleaning kinda video at some point, but it would be a little it might be a bit hard because there's not much to clean. A lot of the stuff I need to do with my house is like how should I describe it? It's like sorting out my stuff. So yeah, there's not really much to clean, and sorting out stuff, I don't know, it's not good for a stream. There's a lot of personal stuff. Thank you, Elias. Thank you so much. Hi, Lazy. How are you? The Mashal opening. I did do a cover of the Mashal opening. Bling bang bang bling bang bang bling bang bang born. I actually really like to rap. I don't do it very often, but I do genuinely enjoy rapping quite a lot. Hi, Sinjat. How are you? I met florAtelier in person. Yes, Curly Rolly. Oh my gosh, I did. Hold on, let me open up the game. I want to get into the game somewhat quickly today. I'm quite tired. And I haven't officially announced it yet, but I'm starting tomorrow's stream earlier than I normally would. I normally start on Sundays at 11 AM BST. I'm gonna start at probably around 8 AM instead. And do a long stream. The collab with Sarah is still on at 11. But I want to get a bit of Minecraft time in because I'm part of the TSV Minecraft server. But that server in my time zone runs at the worst times. It runs from 11 PM to 10 AM. So, because I don't want to stream at 11 PM, I'm gonna stream in the morning instead. So, yeah, there's also currently a Minecraft sponsor I want to do. So we'll squeeze in an hour or two of Minecraft. And then the server will shut down at 10 AM. That leaves us an hour to set up the collab with Sari and have some breakfast and we'll probably just chat. And then start this collab with Sari at 11. And then, yeah, do that collab. A bit of a messy schedule. But yeah, if you can't make it earlier, don't worry. I will still stream in the normal time slot. Minecraft, yeah! I'm part of the Minecraft server that Viesper hosting, so I'm excited to get on. I wanted to log in last night at 3 AM when the server actually opened. But I wasn't in the right mood. Oh, that's gonna be super early, Mill. I wonder how you manage that. Well, it's not too bad. I think for the last year or so, I get up quite early. I usually wake up between like 6 or... half 6. No, there's no way to... just before 7 AM. I usually wake up between 7 AM and the hour that comes before 7. Wake up around that kind of time. Usually wake up in the 60 minutes that come before 7. No, say it. No, I don't wanna say it. I don't wanna say it. Usually wake up sometime before 7 AM. And can you send it in watch along, Zara? So everyone can see? No, I don't wanna say it. Wake up around that time. So, you know, I would be awake anyway. I'm not used to streaming in the morning because I usually work in the morning. But I think I'm okay doing morning streams. I used to actually, very, very early Mill, used to stream around 7 AM in the morning. And when I was streaming with Camille, we would play games at 7 AM in the morning. And that was... we would play those brain-heavy puzzle games and I was dying. Yeah, between 6 and before 8. I need to eat more. You'll end up short. Well, it's too late for that, I think. Usually I wake up. Yes, usually I wake up somewhat earlier than you guys might think I do. Hi, Bartek, how are you? Yeah, Mabel and Sylvie streamed. The crazy thing, Solar, is that I woke up around... when did I end up waking up? I think like 7 AM my time. And I wanted to check out what Sylvie and Mabel had been up to. I wanted to check their VODs. And Mabel was still live. I was like, what the hell? I thought they would jump on for like an hour or so and then go back to sleep, which I think is what Sylvie basically did. But Mabel was still live, which was crazy. But yeah, I think I'm actually less worried about being up at 8 AM than streaming for like, what would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, now I said it. Around 7 hours in one go, which I can do, but it's probably gonna be quite tiring. Hey, Maze Dragon. Hi, Luna. Hi, Luna. Bye, Luna. Just say it in French. 6-7. It was a bit insane. I accidentally said the thing. Why is everything between the numbers 6 and 7? I don't understand. Why is everything between those specific numbers? I don't get it. Like, make it make sense. What time is it for me? It's 6:40 p.m. Yeah, 6:40 p.m. 6 and redacted. Yes, around a unspecified number of hours. Oh my gosh. This is so silly. I can't believe that the internet has ruined numbers for me. I mean, I already didn't like numbers from the beginning, but what the hell? The voices are chaotic. Yeah, I imagine it will be less busy when we log on. They logged on during server opening, which must have been really chaotic. Don't forget to eat dinner. I ate dinner quite late. I ate dinner around 9, 10 p.m. But yeah, I'm excited to log on. Mabel's first multi-stream went well. Yeah, well, you say this, but she's been trying to multi-stream for months now. And it didn't work. I'm glad it finally worked. Yeah, they're very consistent in the day-to-day life. What the hell? I need to wake up at a different time. From now onwards, we wake up at 5 a.m., guys. Between 5 and 6 a.m. to avoid the meme. Or I guess I just don't wake up. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But this is unacceptable. I can't keep saying 6-7. Stupid. Je viens de faire un 6-7 en passant devant une école. Des petits ont pété les plombs, ont commencé à hurler 6-7 à toute personne dans la cour. Maîtresse va grondir, ça va pas la tête, vous avez quel âge? That's a very good tweet, and I can totally imagine that happening, actually. Oh, pizza! I love pizza. Our year numbers also fall into that, so until 2028 we won't be at peace. We will never be at peace. Camille can speak French. Yes, amongst other languages. I speak quite a lot of languages, actually. Hey, Evie, how are you? Thank you for 3 months, thank you. I speak quite a number of languages, yes. Distract, thank you so much for 23 months. Thank you. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Okay, let's get into the game. What I was saying is I'm actually quite tired and I want to get an early night so I can be up early for stream tomorrow. It's 6 or 9. If I woke up at 9, I'd be late to work all the time. I need a bit of time to sit and marinate in the fact that I'm awake and cope. I don't speak Polish, actually. That's one of the languages that will always elude me because holy shit, Polish is crazy. Polish is insane as a language. Doesn't make any sense to me. V, thank you for the follow, thank you. Or is it Vi? Polish is hard, yeah. Just pronouncing like people's names is so hard. Visa sounds so good right now. Yeah. Ooh, what concert are you going to? If you don't mind sharing. Don't dox yourself. Hi, Camille, how are you? And thank you for the 5 stream streak. Thank you. Sora, thank you checking in. Thank you. When I hit my big toe, I speak multiple languages too. I once fell, and I wasn't sure in which language to swear, so I swore with a big delay. Like, I fell down, and then you could just hear, like, 2 seconds of silence, and then I just yelled, shit! Because in the house was my friend who only spoke French, and my dad who only speaks German, really. And then I didn't know which language to swear in, so it just took me a little while to settle on shit! Because that was international enough. How many languages can I speak? Like 3 or 4? I wish it was 6 or 7, but no, it's 4 languages. Thank you for the care packages, thank you. Cypress, thank you for 4 months, thank you. An undisclosed number of months to go. Mika, thank you for the 2 gifts, thank you so much, thank you. Oh putain, what the fuck? I should have said that. That's what I should have landed on. I see. Era? Is that what kind of music is that? Big Brain? It's okay. I learned when I was like a kid for a lot of them, so it was easy. Enjoy your breakfast, Victor. How many hours of sleep do you get a night? 6 or 7. I fear around 6 or 7 hours of sleep. Why are you baiting me like this? Why are you asking me questions knowing full well what the answer is? Stop! I can barely speak Chin. I'm learning a third right now. It's okay. My brain is really wired for languages. It's kind of what I do best. You switch into Irish when I'm mad and yelling. I just kind of go, ah! I get confused. Ooh, Spanish and English? I know a bit of Spanish. I'm not fluent, but I can like order food or like go to a shop. Metalcore. Oh, have fun! That's gonna be a fun time. Oh my god. So much. My brain is wired for math. Yeah, mine famously isn't. So I think your brain is usually one or the other. I can't do math to save my life, but I'm pretty good at languages. Hi Kakitosha, how are you? Combining Ditto and Bald kind of makes you look excited. I need like an up-by shirt. Watch that washing? We're gonna watch Adventure Time stuff. My brain's wired for sleep. I wish mine was. I've got pretty bad insomnia. Yeah, I'm an insomniac. I wish my brain was wired for sleep. That would make my life much easier. Albert Einstein? No, because he could do math and I can't. I'm very scared of Bald Ditto. Oh no. Oh no. Mega mind. Yeah, well, we don't know what specifically we're doing. Hold on. Let me open the game and we'll find out. And then I'll tell you guys about the meetup as well. Hold on. There we are. I'll tell you guys about the meetup I had with the florAtelier girls, and then we'll watch stuff. Oh, I might have to close my curtains. I can't see anything. Hold on. I've got sunshine on my monitor. It's your favorite show? Okay, you'll have to help me because I have only seen a few episodes and it's been a really long time, so I'm worried I'm not gonna understand some of the references. So I need some experts to help me. Get watch nights. Ben, thank you checking in. Cam called us Sunshine. Am I walking on y'all? Am I walking on you guys? Is that what's happening? Okay, start washing. And then Adventure Time. That's the one I want. Tree house living room. And there's probably gonna be around 4 jobs, I think, is what they do for DLCs. I, Princess Bubblegum, hereby dub thee the Royal Candy Cleaner. Sounds like a tough job, I know, but I genetically spliced you from the legs of a worker bee and the toughest donut I could find. So hard work is literally baked into your DNA. My friends Finn and Jake have volunteered by roll decree, so voluntold, to devise a test to train you up. Do a good job, and who knows, maybe you'll get the Royal Seal of Approval. I will do right by you, Princess Bubblegum. Well, don't let her catch you then, Elias. Powerwash me? Do you need to get clean? I haven't seen it in years. Yeah, it's been a really, really long time since I watched any of it. I light up chat's life with fire. There is a stretchy dog. I think Jake is the dog and Finn is the guy. Yeah. I wonder if they have any music in this. Hold on. Let me... Oh, Daisy, I can't see. Let me crank the volume. Okay. Yeah, Jake is the stretchy dog, right? Finn the human. Yeah, that's right. Finn isn't even a real Finn. I don't like him. Okay, this is where we're cleaning. Oof. We've got our work cut out for us, guys. Thank you for the follow, Cozy Astral. Thank you. Okay, we've got our work pick up. What are we picking up? Oh my god, I love this one! I can pet him! Wait, this is so cute. He's got this gif where he like takes out the batteries and falls on them. I love that gif. Oh wait, this one also has like soap. How do I do soap again? So cute! BMR! Yeah, he's adorable. Hold on. What was the soap again? Because there was one that a button to definitely not touch because it makes all the soap go back. I can't remember which one that was though. Oh, is it R? Don't touch R, I think it was. Hold on, I need to figure out what it was so I don't accidentally do it. Okay. Yeah, it's R. Okay, don't touch R. Let's do the couch first. You're half bee, half donut. Yes, that's me. Actually, let me move my model real quick because you can see like a little representation of me in the corner. Yeah, that's what I look like right now. Very cute. Press all the buttons to figure it out. It's R. So in this game, you can soap things up. So, oh, he giggles when you watch him. That's so cute. You can soap things up to make it easier to clean. But the same button that also rotates the nozzle makes all your soap disappear again, which is very annoying, and I don't like it. And I keep accidentally pressing it and having to redo it all. I'm a bee nut. That's me. You don't like him. BMO's a girl? Wait! I love that. Sorry, I misgendered you, BMO. Hi, Elite Agent Miko. Aw, so cute. Also, they made the soap look more adventure timey as well, which is cute. Thank you to Dead Good PR, by the way, for the key to the game. I'm very excited. Oh, Trident? Oh, whoa! That's a new addition. That's cool. Hey Finn, I hear sloshing, splooshing, burbling. The Royal Candy Cleaner must have started already. BMO seems evil? I don't think she's evil. Oh, look at that, a d20! Can I roll a 20? Hold on. Hold on. Do you think I get an achievement if I roll a 20? I really want to roll a 20, guys. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, guys. A 20, please. Oh, you had a good nap? Oh my gosh. I wish I had napped. Oh! Oh no, I rolled a 1! This is the worst timeline. Oh my gosh. Come on. Can I not roll it? Come on. No, I keep rolling it too far. This is... No! I keep getting a 1. Oh my god. Can I just not roll a 20? Is that just not a thing I can do? What the heck? What the heck? Why can't I? If it resets the whole map, it's a good thing I'm doing it now. Oh! There we go! 20! I didn't get an achievement, guys. I didn't. It means you have to restart the level. Does a critical success mean it all gets cleaned? Rick, do you see it? Yeah! Where's Rick? I became a fish. Yeah, that happens sometimes. That will happen sometimes. Means you get a cookie? Hell yeah. Rick is busy. Unbelievable. Doesn't he know I just rolled a d20? I do think he should also just take money from my account for every, like, nat 1 I roll. Seabass? No, she's a Sakabampaspis. I don't know why the word stress is. But yeah, anyway, oh my gosh, I've been wanting to talk about the meetup. So, yes, florAtelier. Some of us met up. So Sylvie, Nippy, and I met up. And, oh, so cute. I'll keep it kind of vague because obviously, you know, we don't want you guys to find us. But it was really fun. So I met up with Sylvie first. And, she arrived there before me. And we were gonna, like, go pick up Miffy together. And I just straight up sent Sylvie a photo of me because, like, I stream with face cam sometimes, right? So you guys know what I look like pretty much. And I kind of just look like my model. So I don't think it's very hard. Oh, where did my face go? Here we go. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's... Hold on. I've got... I just realized I've got this toggled to control my face. That's a problem. Yes. Don't worry about it. That'll happen. Sorry, got that toggle to control. Rolling for dex because the rolls seem accurate. Excuse me, I'm extremely dexterous for fish. Bye, YouTube chair watcher and watch pickles. Hello. So I didn't know what Sylvie looked like, right? So I didn't know how to find her. So I said, okay, let's meet in front of this like coffee shop. And she arrived there before me, right? And so I was like, okay, I'm looking for you, but I couldn't see her anywhere. I was like, but that's so weird. I hope she has the right place because she said she's already here, right? And I can't see her. And then I see a little face poke out behind a sign. You know, like the lurk emoji, guys? The lurk emoji, that's what I saw behind like an advertisement sign. I see her like poke out. And I'm like, yeah, exactly like this, right? I'm like, Sylvie? Because she was feeling really shy. So I knew that Sylvie was shy. But I didn't expect Mippy to be so shy either. Thank you for the follow, thank you. Yeah, she's very small. Both of them are quite small, to be honest. I was the tallest out of everyone. So you know what Sylvie said to me? She said to me, I thought you'd be taller, which is a crazy thing to say by someone where I can see the top of their head, you know? It's a crazy thing to say when I can see the top of your head. Anyway, thank you for the care package. So she's hiding behind a sign. And I'm like, Sylvie, and apparently she didn't like recognize me because I didn't have my hair in a braid. How tallish am I? I'm 169. So I'm not like, you know, the tallest person to ever have been born, but it does make me taller than a lot of the girls. She's very headpad sized. She's so cute, guys. In her stream, I watched a VOD of her stream where she's talking about the meetup, and she's like, oh, the girls didn't call me cute. And I just need you guys to know that that's a bald-faced that's a lie, okay? That's a lie. When we were discussing what, like, each of us is, like, comfortable with, like, you know, us talking about on stream, how much we can, like, reveal on stream because of, like, privacy concerns and stuff, right? She was like, oh, okay, don't talk about these things. And I'm like, oh, but can I, like, mention that you're, like, an absolute baddie? Can I mention how you're, like, beautiful, cute cutie pie? And then on her stream, she's like, oh, no one called me cute. I don't know if they thought I was cute. And I was like, what the hell? Am I a joke to you? Am I a joke to you? I literally asked, what the hell? Definitely, thank you for the watch streak. Thank you, thank you. 169, what are the Eiffel Tower? Why so tall? I'm weirdly tall for an Asian woman. She set this up, honestly, fishing for compliments. So, I was like, this, oh, stereo wriggling sound? Oh yeah, sorry, you're gonna hear that quite a lot. I'll try not to wiggle it too much. So, she was hiding because she was really shy. She had been really nervous. She told me she couldn't sleep the night before. And I knew that Sylvie was really shy, but I didn't expect Mippy to be so shy. I didn't know... Like, I knew Mippy was nervous, but I didn't know she was that shy. So I was like, I'm not shy at all. I think I'm pretty, like, used to these kinds of things. I'm pretty socially apt, so I wasn't shy at all. So I felt like I was the only one who wasn't, like, scared or worried. So I'm like, oh my gosh, Sylvie, and I give her, like, a big hug. She's so cute, guys. She's so cute. We gotta put you in the NBA. In the Vietnamese team NBA. So, yeah. She was really cute. Do I parallel park in the shower? I'm kinda short compared to a lot of the people around me, to be honest. I live in Europe. Things are made for tall people around here. The enemy of all introverts? I don't know. I feel like, you know, how all introverts are like, oh, I wish I had an extroverted friend to adopt me. I feel like I fulfill that function. So I don't think I'm extroverted, actually. A lot of people think I am. I don't think so. Because isn't it defined based on, like, how you feel about social interaction? Like, if you find it recharging or draining? I find it really draining. I was, like, exhausted after the meetup, even though it was really fun. I was like, oh my god, I'm not leaving my house for, like, a week. But I'm just not shy, you know? Like, I'm not scared of social interaction. I just find it draining. But yes, it is, I think, helpful to have someone like me around as social lubrication. Basically. You're not tall? Well, if you eat your veggies, maybe you can grow taller. Yeah, exactly. I'm like the friend you need to get you out of your shell a little, right? So we met up and then we got some snacks and then we went to where Mip was. And it was really... we were the entire time we're like, oh, we wonder what Mip looks like, right? Because we didn't know what Mip looks like at all. So we were wondering about that. And as we were waiting, there were like a bunch of people coming the way that we knew Mippy was gonna come from. And for all of them, we were like, oh, I wonder if that's Mip. Is that Mip? Is that Mip? And it was never her. And then when we saw her, guys, I swear to God, we were like, oh, that's her. There was like no doubt in our mind. Yep, that's Mippy right there. I don't know how to explain it. She just looks like Mippy. An introvert, extrovert? I don't know. I think I'm just socially capable. You know, I've had all my jobs that required me to have social skills, so I have them. You must eat veggies. Yes, you must. Yeah, exactly. Like it's a necessity for my survival to be good in social interactions. So I just am, basically. Hello, Evie. Thank you for checking in. So I don't know how to explain this. Like everything just... She's exactly the same online as she's offline, guys. Like, I don't know how to explain. The moment you see her, you're like, that's Mippy. That's Mippian. She sounds the same. She moves exactly the way you would imagine her moving. It's just her. You know? Who was the lurking one? That was Sylvie. Yeah, that was Sylvie was the one who was lurking. Mippy was less shy. But she was nervous too, I could tell. Yeah. And then we went for some food. We went for Thai food. That was really fun. They served those huge portions. Checking out all that food made me hungry. What do you mean check out, Jake? What the hell? We should have made sandwiches when we had the chance. Okay. Yeah, so... both of them were really nervous. Pad Thai. Yeah, Sylvie had a Pad Thai. I had like this pork belly dish. And Mippy had this like vermicelli shrimp dish. Everything was really good. It was pretty empty because we arrived really early, but it was nice because we could just like chill and chat, you know. I like tofu. I like tofu too. Okay, hold on. I've got an ad break coming up. Let me take a quick ad break. I'll play my new cover for you guys actually in the ad break, and I will talk more about the meetup, which was really, really fun. Okay, I'll be right back.
Dame 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 脳みその中からやめるバカと雨曇られて Darling baby darling 半端なくラブときらめき浮き足立つフィロソフィー死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくランチ気づけば当人この世に生まれた君が悪いやたらとしんどい恋は辛いバラバラなる頭とこの身体けど脈から選びが捨てて一体どうしようこの思いをどうしよう油の奥をたらめが溶けてゲロになりそうどこバチライトぼれ死にそう今この世で君だけ大世界 Darling 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 ひっくり返っても勝ちようない君だけルールは適用外4つともオセロは苦しかないガッツ上げ放題君が笑顔であなたあばらけたぶらでこのシグマ申し訳んなよさしてそれ抜いてこの弱点死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくランチ気づけば当人こ世に生まれた君が悪いパーチモンでもいい何でもいい今君と覗いてる全て欲しいけど脈から選びがつけて I decide一体どうしようこの想いをどうしよう油の奥をたらめが溶けてゲロになりそうどこバチライトぼれ死にそう今この世で君だけ大世界 Darling 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 ダメダメダメ脳みその中からやめるバカと雨曇られて Darling baby darling 半端なくラブときらめき浮き足立つフィロソフィー死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくランチ気づけば当人この世に生まれた君が悪いやたらとしんどい恋は辛いバラバラなる頭とこの身体けど脈から選びが捨てて一体どうしようこの想いをどうしよう油の奥をたらめが溶けてゲロになりそうどこバチライトぼれ死にそう今この世で君だけ大世界 Darling 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 ひっくり返っても勝ちようない君だけルールは適用外4つともオセロは苦しかないガッツ上げ放題君が笑顔であなたあばらけたぶらでこのシグマ申し訳んなよさしてそれ抜いてこの弱点死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくランチ気づけば当人こ世に生まれた君が悪いパーチモンでもいい何でもいい今君と覗いてる全て欲しいけど脈から選びがつけて I decide
Welcome back. Welcome. Sorry, MGH, you came in during an app break. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. I always step away during my app breaks so you guys don't miss anything of importance. But I hope you guys enjoyed the cover. If you did, You can catch it now on YouTube. It released about half an hour ago, so go watch it on YouTube, please. DJ Mafo, thank you so much for the 13 months. Thank you. Ben, thank you for the 30 stream watch streak. And Igor, thank you so much for 18 months. Thank you. I'm glad you guys liked the cover. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back, Every Mill. Where was I? Did I miss anything else? Hello, Perky Girl. How are you? Thank you for checking in. Thank you. I was worried I joined on stream, man. No. I was just taking a short break. A treat for little Daisy. Yes, 1 second. Honestly, the treat bag really summons her from God knows where she was. Right, little Daisy? Oh, so cute. Isn't she so cute? I want her to sleep on her pillow again, but she's been very anti-pillow recently. Welcome back. Thank you. Right, Daisy? You're anti-pillow? Yeah, it's been actually somewhat sunny here in Scotland, so she's been sleeping in the sunshine a lot. A cat? Yeah, that's little Daisy. I'll listen to the full thing later. Yeah, it's on YouTube now. We love Daisy. I love little Daisy. She's such a little shit. She's actually not old at all. Daisy is 5. She's a baby. She's not old. She will hopefully still have a long life ahead of her. Where was I in my story? Baby? Yeah, she's a baby. She's very little. What else was I saying? Oh yeah, so we went for food. We went for Thai food. That's right. And that was really fun. That was really tasty. But the portion sizes were absolutely huge. Like, even for me, Sylvie, I think, eats like a bit less than me. Well, to be fair, most girls eat less than me. But I think her portion was like so massive. I managed to finish mine, but I did not have room for dessert. It was crazy. You missed the story? Don't worry, you didn't miss a lot of it. I'm still at the beginning. Hi, Bright New Day. She has a long life. She hopefully will. Unless she falls off this stupid shelf she keeps climbing up on. My favorite food? Probably sushi. Thank you for the lurk, Brennan. Thank you for checking in. She's a little stinker. Yeah. So, yeah, we had wet food. And then we stayed in there for a really long time. Like 3 hours just chatting and having a nice time. And Sylvie paid for the food, which was really nice of her. Yeah, Sylvie paid. Very sweet. Taking good care of us, lady. And then, oh, it was so sweet. Mippy had brought us like toffee. Because she was like, oh, you know, guys, it's like a German thing. And she was, God bless, she wanted to like introduce us to something that we didn't know before. And she thought that toffee was like exclusive to Germany. Except that it's super not. It's really international. Like, you can find it everywhere. Because it's really good. So Sylvie goes, oh my god, it's one of my favorites, right? And I'm like, oh, I love these. And she's like, no, I thought you guys wouldn't know what it is. And I was like, well, first of all, I grew up in Austria. So even if it was a German thing, I would probably know it. But no, it's super international. Bless her. But you know what? I'm still happy because it's tasty. I really like it. Packer, thank you 8 months. Thank you. Thank you so much. It's so good. Like, honestly, it's delicious. But it's definitely not German exclusive. Sushi is good. Yeah, I wish it was more affordable. Yeah. Oh, so damn good. So I've been eating like one a day. I've been having to share with Candy though. So I only get half the pack. So unfair. But there's an uneven number, which means I'll get one more than him. The pink soap is rinsing itself. Oh, if I put it on like a surface that's already clean, it will like slowly rinse itself away. It's a helpful way to see where there's dirt and where there isn't. So you don't have to like get rid of it if it's already clean. It's quite useful. To Mars? Ooh, I'm not sure I want to go to space, but I've traveled a lot. I travel a whole lot. Yeah, very often and regularly. And all over the place. But yeah, it was very tasty, and she brought toffee, and I was very happy about that. And Sylvie paid for the meal, which was so sweet of her. I was like, "Are you sure?" Because it was kind of expensive, to be honest. But yeah, it was very sweet of her. Yeah, it's everywhere. Toffee is everywhere for a good reason. It's delicious. It's really good. Definitely not gonna complain about getting toffee. Especially I haven't really had it since I was a child, so I was very happy. It was a childhood favorite of mine. What else? We did some sightseeing, and I felt like a mother duck because everyone was so shy. I felt like I was a bit in charge of the group. I'm also the leader of the group, right? And I feel like you could really feel that dynamic when we were hanging out, where like I had Google Maps open and everything, so I was like leading everyone around, being like, "Oh, and we go here now, and now we turn left." Yeah, I felt like the mom friend, even though I'm not even the oldest of the group. Mother hen mill. Literally, that was the vibe. So, I was like a mother duck leading my ducklings around. We were Camilling around, yeah. So, I was in charge of navigation and bringing us places and deciding what to do. No, I'm not the oldest of the group, no. I'm definitely on the older side compared to the others, but I'm not the oldest. And then we did a bit of sightseeing, and Mippy bought a really cute snail plush. That was cute at a gift shop. Who is? I guess I can say because Sylvie said it on stream that she's older than me. Yeah, Sylvie's older than me. Do I know what VHS tapes are? Yes, I know what VHS tapes are. I don't still use them, but I do remember them. Sylvia's older than me, yeah. She's also shorter than me. Yeah, I know. I give the vibe of us being the oldest, right? I know. I was like sweating as I was navigating. And at some point it navigated us into a dead end because the entire street was closed off, and I was like, oh, where the hell do we go? But thankfully there were some other people who seemed local who were also like, went the same wrong way as me. And so I asked them for directions. Which I think asking anyone for directions or like asking any kind of staff. Every time there was like staff, like a waiter or something, it felt like my job to speak to them. At the end, the waiters weren't even looking at the others anymore. They just looked to me with any questions. Like it was real. I really felt like a mother duck. You are ancient? What the hell? It's not that ancient. It's not that ancient at all. Sylvie has a small model? Yeah, Sylvie has the owl model. Honestly, Sylvie in real life and on stream, they have like, I don't know how to explain it. They have a really similar energy. Like you can just tell that's Sylvie, you know? She was surprised I said that, but I thought she was really similar on and off stream. Yeah, she's talked about it on, she made a tweet somewhat recently about being like over 30. I've seen Adam and Eve. I was there. I was even. Yeah. Yeah, Sylvie is the very long kinda white hair, big owl wings. Yeah. She made a tweet about being a 30-something-year-old lolly. Yeah. She's older than you. She's very, she's very bratty on her stream, I would say. And very, like, playful. But she's very competent. Don't get it twisted, guys. Sylvie's a very competent person. She's doing a very difficult degree. She's very smart. And she's very reliable, very hardworking. Oh, the who was an owl joke? Oh, I'm stupid, sorry. Another one. Oh, the Walla Hags! I forgot about the Walla Hags. I just remember seeing Bonnie's name like massive on there. I frozen madness. She's very competent. I know she gives off a very playful impression, but she's very competent. And Mippy's just Mippy. She's exactly the same. Even like, you know how she has like this trademark laugh? It's exactly the same off stream. It's really funny. She's so cute. A 26-year-old computer. Damn. I wonder what happened to our very old computer. Yes, she's blue. She's the morning glory. She's the blue one. Yeah, yeah, blue. The blue member of florAtelier. She has very useful energy. Yeah, yeah. Because she's playful, but she's very competent. Yeah, Mippy is just Mippy. She's so cheerful. She's got this, like, very, like, lovely, like, cheerful optimism, you know? I really like that about her. The way the others are older than you, they sound quite young. I don't think everyone has set their age, so I'm not gonna put it fully. I'm not the youngest, I will put it like that way. I'm not the youngest, certainly. Mip is very Mippy. Yeah, she's very Mippy. My dude, there's such a thing as TMI. You don't need to tell me about all the things your body does on stream. You. Ick. I'm a lady. You don't tell a lady about those things. Yeah, and she's back. Oh, and then we were kind of walking around to see the sights, but the weather was kind of ick. So we wanted to go inside somewhere, but we weren't sure where to go. And then Mippy spotted a cat cafe. I thought you were I suppose that too. And then we went into a cat cafe, and that was so cute. That was awesome. The soap, it looks like it would smell like bubblegum, right? We went to a cat cafe and we played with the cats, and that was really fun. But I was getting really sleepy. Oh my gosh, I think I'm slightly better now, but for the past 10 or so days, I've been having crazy fatigue. Like, I just wake up tired, and I'm tired all the time. I've been incredibly fatigued. I think I must have been a bit sick or something. And around the time we were in the cat cafe after lunch, I had a real food coma, and I was so tired. And they were playing this, like, lo-fi music to chill and pet cats to. And I was falling asleep, and I was like, I'm sorry girls, I promise it's not you, I'm not bored, I'm just so tired. Yes, go take a shower, don't be stinky, else I'm gonna power wash you. You need a new bed? Oh no! Okay, I sleep fine, I've been sleeping loads, but for some reason I'm still tired. I think it's been getting better. So I think I must have just been sick or something, overworked a little. But I feel a bit better now. But yeah, I was really tired. Maybe heat fatigue? I don't know. I had been tired for the days leading up to this as well. Someone's playing my bass, I can feel it. Oh, sorry, Marceline. Wash me? Yeah, roll around and I'll cover you in soap. Love the earthworm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was so tired. Because I got a headache too. Yeah, I think I was just kind of sick. It is better. I am better now. So I think I must have gotten a bit of a cold or something. I've got a bit of chronic illness going on, so it's hard to tell for me. Because I'm always a little sick, you know? So it's hard to tell if I'm like chronically ill or sick on top of that. So I don't really know. Sometimes I don't know. But yeah, I'm slightly better now. Not the eyes. You gotta close your eyes. What are you staring into the power washer for? So I was getting really sleepy in the cat cafe, and I was just trying to stay awake. And then the weather got horrible. We started having really bad weather. It started raining like crazy, and we were like, where are we gonna go now? It wasn't the right weather to do sightseeing outside, you know? So we figured we'd go to a bar. Or like, yeah, get a drink or something. So we went to this place that had like nachos as well. So we got some nachos to share. Which, I felt so bad, okay? The girls were so into the nachos. They kept being like, oh my god, this is so delicious. This might be the best nachos I've ever eaten in my life, you know? That's the stuff they were saying. And I didn't want to say at the time because I felt bad about it, but I didn't really like them. I thought the nachos were kind of mid, to be honest with you. I thought they were like fine. I like nachos, but I'm a food snob, to be fair. I'm a massive food snob. So Yeah. But I thought they were like pretty mid. I thought they were kind of soggy. And the nachos weren't very good quality. The toppings were fine. The toppings were pretty good. The guacamole was good. But I don't know. I didn't like the nachos themselves. Yeah. It was Sylvie who rated. She was like, yeah, it was so good. I loved them. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I actually didn't really like them at all. It was fine. I mean, more for you guys, right? But I was like, I didn't really like them that much. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was like store-bought. Yeah, that's exactly the vibe it had, like store-bought tortilla. And I was like, I didn't really like that, but oh well. Okay, let's see. Cooler. Where's the cooler? Yeah, she's like, oh, best ever. Kind of soggy, not enough cheese. And I was like, so they weren't the best ever. What are you saying? I was like, that doesn't sound good at all. Mid nacho enjoyers, yeah. I'll have to take them to. Yeah, you're right. I'll have to take them to get some good real food, guys. I'll have to get them to experience real food. Curtain frame. Here? Aha. I mean, I like nachos. It's not my favorite thing. I prefer, like, other Mexican food, but I do like nachos. But yeah, I didn't like those very much. But I didn't want to ruin the mood at the time, so I was like, oh yeah, they're nice. They're nice, I guess. I didn't want to be the party pooper. I was like, oh, actually, you guys have terrible taste in food. You know? Oh, you like making your own? That's nice. I like making that too, yeah. Less is more. Yeah, I agree. I'm not super keen on nachos in general because they always scrape the mouth of my roof. And I don't like that. But yeah, these weren't that great, in my humble opinion. Burrito's also good. I love a burrito. Yeah, I like a burrito. Nachos are like fine. But so, yeah, I didn't want to ruin the mood at the time, so I didn't say anything. And we had a drink, which was fun. I didn't remember if the girls drink or not. And then, oh my gosh, guys. Mippy did this thing. She scared the shit out of me. It was so scary, okay? Like, Sylvie and I jumped out of our skin. The bill comes, and Mippy's like, looking, I think... Who paid for this? I think Mippy wanted to pay... Yeah, I paid for the cat cafe, so Mippy wanted to pay for the drinks. Hi, Ming. How are you? Can you not mark them all at once? But I want one by one, else I get confused whenever the, like, it, like, bounces around from a different location whenever I walk close to one. I want them one by one, on purpose. Yeah. Oh, wait, can I go up here? Oh, no. Am I meant to go up here? No, surely not, right? Surely not. And then, yeah, maybe we was gonna pay for the bill, okay? So I asked for the bill because obviously I was doing all the talking. And, oh my god, it was so scary. She grabs the bill and she goes, and I jump out of my skin, okay? Sylvie and I jump out of our skin. We're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? Maybe the next area? I don't know. I feel like they'll give me a new map after this. Because apparently I'm 99% done with this. She does this big old gasp and we're like, holy shit, what's wrong? Like, I thought she might have seen a spider or something, you know? And she goes, guys, look. And she's holding the bill and she's pointing at the table number. And it's table number 67. So she's like, guys, holy shit, guys, it's table 67. And she hits the 6-7 and I'm like, oh my god. She actually scared us. I thought something was wrong with the way she screamed. She's like, guys, like the most amazing thing in the world just happened. It was crazy. Yeah, she went 6-7. I'm like, oh my god. Thank you for the follow. Like literally scared me. Holy cannoli. So that happened. Living room branch. What the hell does that mean? Oh, here. Grown us. Don't put women in plural. Women singular. That was all Mippy. Okay? And if anything, she's so brain rotted. She's more brain rotted than women at this point. Did you kill her after? No, I think I was just waiting for my heart rate to recover. I was waiting for my heartbeat to slow down. Because what the fuck? Also, she was going through some pretty severe monster energy withdrawal symptoms because apparently it was way more expensive where we were than back home for her. Which Sylvie said that, and that really cracked me up, which is so true. That Mippy was gauging how expensive the cost of living of our place was based on the cost of a monster energy. So she was like, oh my god, they're so expensive, and she couldn't get one, and then she had like monster withdrawal symptoms the entire weekend. She's based, she's crazy, cortisol level critical, literally. So she was talking about how expensive monster energy is, and she hadn't had one in like days. And she was jonesing for one the entire time we were together. It was really funny. It's a superpower. She's so real for this. It's so funny. Like, she just knows the price of a monster energy. I don't think I know that for anything. Hey, Kay, how are you? So, then before we had to, like, part ways, maybe had to go first, I think. Yeah, maybe had to go first. And we were standing around, right? Waiting. Before we had to say goodbye. And that was really weird. This is another moment when I felt like a mother duck. You don't have a feel of your price of normal buys? Yeah, because I actually don't buy many things myself. I know like the price of VTubership, but I don't know the price of like normal things because I don't do any of the shopping. Camille actually does all of our shopping, so I don't really know the price of anything anymore. Ladder branch. Must be nice. You know, if he wanted to scam me out of my money, he totally could, because I have no idea how much he spends. He just takes it out of the joint account, and I'm like, yep, that seems about right. If he wanted to scam me out of my money, he totally could. Sometimes he'll be like, oh, by the way, I paid for this in cash, so I'll take this out of the shared account. And I'm like, I never check this account. Yeah, you do whatever you want to do. But yeah, so we had to wait before we like parted ways, right? And that was so weird, okay? This guy comes up behind us, and he's like standing right behind me. He's like breathing down my neck, okay? Like uncomfortably close. And I'm like looking over my shoulder, like, who the fuck is that? And then he starts talking to Sylvie, but it's really hard to make out what he's saying because he's like drunk or something. And he's trying to fist bump her for some reason. And I think in retrospect, I think he was complimenting her appearance. I think he thought she was cute because like she was cute. I mean, she still is. She is cute. But I think he was like complimenting her appearance and trying to fist bump her. And I am the tallest. Yeah, I am the tallest out of that group. And then like he's like right behind me and trying to fist bump her, and like Sylvie's really confused, and she fist bumps him, and she's like, what the fuck is he going on about? And like talks some shit, I don't know, whatever. And I'm like, haha, yeah. And then we turn back looking at each other, clearly facing away from this guy, right? And clearly not wanting to engage with him in any way, shape, or form. And then he keeps just standing there, like right behind me, like literally I could probably feel his breath in my hair. I'm like, what the fuck? So clearly because he has no intention of leaving, I turn around and I'm like, hey, because I can see the other girls are like super uncomfortable too, but they're not gonna say anything, right? Because they're shy. So I turn around and I'm like, hey dude, we're trying to have a private conversation here. Would you mind giving us some space? And he goes on with, oh, I'm just trying to read the side. And I'm like, well, you stay over here, then we're gonna go over there. And then I like kind of shepherd all the like, I heard the girls somewhere else being like, okay, well, we'll give you some space then. It was so weird and creepy. And then he left, but it was It was weird, but I was like trying to like put myself between him and Sylvie because he clearly, I don't know, was trying to talk to her and it was weird and bizarre. And I was like, okay, bye, have a nice day. It was creepy. My little ducklings, that's what it felt like. I was like trying to body block the guy because he was trying to get to Sylvie. Hey Aki, how are you? Well, wait for Finn and Jack to show up with your test results. Something's come up. The front of Pizza Sassy got all donked up with snow and ice again. As Candy Kingdom's only safe restaurants, it's imperative that Sassy's is reopened ASAP. Also, it's pizza night. I'm in the mood for a sweet and Sassy's. Yeah, away from the weird fox. It was so weird. I was like, oh, get away from her, you weirdo. And yeah, it was just weird. I didn't like that guy at all. I like how this is all Candy King, by the way. Yeah. I mean, he's right. Sylvie was really cute. She also smells really nice. I think she said it's her shampoo. It smells really lovely. I also got to share an indirect kiss with her. Good dog! An awful cup of coffee. Oh no, did you buy it or make it? But yeah, and then afterwards we went home and that was kind of our evening. I was really worried about everyone getting home safe because we went home pretty late. And like, Mippy was like, oh, there's like a part she had to walk. And she was like, oh, it feels really shady and unsafe. And it was like midnight or something by the time she got there. So I was really worried about her. And obviously, I had Camdate pick me up at some point, which was fine for me. So I felt pretty safe. But Sylvie going home alone as well, I was like, oh, are you sure? You know. And so I stayed up until everyone got home. I don't know what I would have done if they hadn't, because like, you know, we don't live in the same countries, so it's not like I could just pop over and like make sure they're okay. But I don't know, I didn't feel like right going to sleep before I knew they were home. So I waited until everyone was home before I went to sleep. From your home coffee machine? Oh. Indirect kiss, yeah! We bought some pastries for breakfast when I met up with Sylvie, and then I tried her pastry, and then she tried it too, and I was like, indirect kiss? Her saying, you know, you can ask for direct kiss, they call her bluff, she got so shy. I know, she's always like this. She'll always try and tease you. She's so cute. Sylvie's so cute. Hi Rexy, we're playing the Adventure Time map. Just pop over to the other country real quick, yeah, as if we hadn't spent the day traveling, you know. Sounds so sus, yeah, but it was actually a very delicious pastry. It was this like macaron situation with matcha. It was very good. Mm. You could basically hear her blushing. I know, she was so flustered, isn't she? So cute, guys. Isn't our Sylvie so cute? You can find something cute and not be weird about it, right? Apparently this guy couldn't. There were a lot of real drunk weirdos, to be honest. Yeah, it was really yummy. I tried to make her try my pastry, but she didn't wanna. Could have had 2 indirect kisses. So I got one later with Mippy too, because we tried each other's drinks. I have now indirect kissed 2 of the girls. 2 more to go. When I get you, Noko and Mabel. Oh, Powerwash is really relaxing. I really like playing it. It's very zen. Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot of the main campaign of 2 either. But when I got the DLC offered to me, I was like, hell yeah, let's give it a try. What a pest. I'll get them. 2 more to conquer. Kiss bingo, that's right. But it was just nice, you know. Like, we hang out in VC a lot and stuff, and obviously we have all those collabs, so I think I get to hang out with the girls a lot, and I'm getting to know them quite well. But it was different seeing them in person. And it was so fun talking about like projects and stuff in person as well, you know. And gossip. Maybe be a 2-for-1 deal. I feel like both of them live way closer to each other, so like than the rest of us. So surely they should make it happen. But we do have plans later in the year to all meet together, so hopefully we can make that happen at some point. Yeah, it was really fun. It was really fun. But it was weird because I was listening to I wonder if Mippy's gonna talk about it on her stream, so I can listen to that as well. I was listening to Sylvie's point of view of the meeting, right? And it's so interesting how different people perceive the same, like, situation so differently. Yeah, everyone gets on so well, which is so nice. Because obviously we didn't all know each other at the start, before florAtelier, you know? Some of us knew each other, but not everyone. And yeah, even I didn't know everyone at the start. So it's nice everyone's getting along so well. But yeah, so she was saying, oh, you know, I don't know, she thought I was cute. And I'm like, what the heck? In what universe are you not cute? What the heck? We say it all the time. What? And she said in her stream that she was worried that, like, because she speaks very softly, she's quite soft-spoken, that we couldn't, like, hear her. But I could hear everything she was saying perfectly fine. I don't think we asked her to repeat, like, ever. Because I don't speak very loudly either, to be honest. I'm kind of soft-spoken. Who will be the first to kiss all the other girls? Not gonna lie, guys, I think I've got a shot. I've got a shot. I could win, I could win. Direct kisses right after. You're so right, you're so right. Indirect or both? Both. For sure. I think I've got a real leg in this. I've got my leg in the race. I got this. You got the height, you can just cab it on. True. The others are too shy to beat me. Yeah, so I actually knew some of the girls for a really long time. I've known Noko for like 4.5 years. Noko was one of the first people I knew when I started streaming. So she wasn't Noko back then. So I've known Noko for a long time. And I've known Mabel for a few years as well now. Mabel and I have known each other for like 2-3 years now as well. But we weren't close until florAtelier, you know? And I was aware of Sylvie because we have a lot of friends in common. We move in very... I think the like small corpo or like medium-sized indie circle, there's definitely like a bit of a... I don't want to call it a clique because that sounds negative. But there's definitely like a certain social circle there where people know each other. And we both moved in like similar circles there. So we definitely had heard of each other, but we hadn't spoken before. Yeah, Sylvie and I have been streaming for a similar amount of time, actually. So, and we have a lot of friends in common and stuff. So, but we weren't friends. And I didn't know of Mippy at all before. Her application was the first time I had heard of Mippy. Yeah, genre, just like a lot of acquaintances, you know, where like... a lot of common friends and stuff. A lot of... You know how sometimes you'll see events with a lot of the same people? Like, from the same friend circles? Like, we're both in a similar circle here. So I knew of Sylvie. And I had seen, like, some concerts she had done. I really liked the concert she done for Offkind stuff. But yeah, Mippy was the biggest one where I knew nothing about her. I'd never heard of Mippy before. So, and I think Noko and Sylvie had seen each other around, but the others didn't know each other at all. So it was a real gamble if everyone would get along. But the reason I ran auditions and didn't like just ask friends to join my group is because I didn't want it to be like, oh, just a group of friends, you know? A lot of stream groups are like quote-unquote just a group of friends playing games together. And I wanted it to be a real idol group. I didn't want it to be just people who hang out. It's not a friend corps. The meetup collabs. Kiss them all. What is the strategy called? Riz. It's called Riz. I think you're a pretty good judge of character. I think in general, I get it right more than I get it wrong. I do get it wrong sometimes. But I get it right a lot. But I was really happy when I saw Mippy and Mabel collab so much. Because they really got on like a house on fire, you know? And that made me really happy. But yeah, obviously it's a gamble if everyone will get along. And the other thing I didn't want to do was I didn't want to... Like, if you invite friends, and obviously I wanted like a small group. I wanted us to be between 4 and 6 people. So, you know, I didn't want to invite some friends and then not invite others. And then it's like a playing favorites kind of thing. I didn't want to do that. I don't think I've gotten it wrong with florAtelier. I think in the past, especially when I was newer to streaming, I kind of was way more open about who I let, like, be in my DMs and stuff, and who I let be my friends. And I've definitely, like, had some situations where, like, I think I wasn't comfortable enough putting my own boundaries, because if another content creator especially approaches you in DMs, you don't want to be that bitch where they're like, hey, do you want to, like, chat on Discord and be friends? And you don't want to be that person who's like, no, fuck off. You know? So you're just kind of like, I guess. False, I guess, wait, which way around would be false positives? Like, people I thought would be nice and they weren't? I don't think I've ever had false negatives where I thought someone was, like, a good person, so someone was mean and they were actually really nice. Because I don't really think of people, like, I don't think badly of most people at all. I think in the past I've had, like, some issues with setting my own boundaries. And I let people get, like, way too close to me that I wasn't comfortable being this close to me. If that makes sense? Where, like, you know, I'm not saying, oh, and then they turned out to be horrible people. But I was like, oh, actually, this is not what I envisioned, and this wasn't in my comfort zone. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean, being able to read people is a good skill, but it does let me down sometimes as well. So I've had that happen a few times. But in general, I think I've had a pretty good experience in the VTuber space. Obviously, you regularly get, like, weird viewers, but those don't really bother me, because viewers are viewers, you know? Like, it's different. I'm putting on entertainment for an audience, and, like, obviously I'm not carefully vetting every single audience member, and obviously some of them are gonna be less good people than others, so it's different, I think. You can make weird viewers into content too. Oh, I fell. That's true. So I try not to, because a lot of those people, what they want is attention. And I don't want to give them attention. You're being vetted. Like, you know, weird viewers are, like, different. Though there's definitely, to be honest, I think I've given some viewers as well the benefit of the doubt of, like, they would do or say something kind of weird that I wasn't comfortable with. But I'd, like, be like, oh, you know, they're, like, autistic, or they are socially awkward. They didn't mean it that way, so it's fine. And then it just got to a point where it's like, oh no, they're never gonna change, you know? Like, you would explain to them what they've done wrong, and they'd be like, oh, I won't do it again, I'll do better. And then a week later, they'd do the same thing. And you'd be like, oh. I think there's definitely a few people I've given too many chances when I should have just booted them. I think what I struggle with is people who have good intentions. Sometimes you gotta lay down the law. I have definitely struggled with this a lot. I think I've gotten better at it, but I used to struggle with it way more. Thank you for the follow, thank you. Yeah, not even a week. Sometimes, like, the same sentence, they would do it again, you know? I think it's really easy to get rid of obvious trolls, right? If someone is just a troll and being mean or hateful, you just boot them, you know? That's really easy. I think what I've struggled with is when it's either long-term community members suddenly acting out of nowhere, and you're like, you have never been like this. What the hell is going on? Peluche, thank you for the watch streak. Thank you. Like, are you on drugs? Why are you acting like this when in the last 3 years you have not acted like this? I'm talking about being a good judge of character, but when I've gotten it wrong in the past as well. And I think it's really hard for me when people have good intentions, but they're just not socially capable enough to be in this environment. Hey Crip, how are you? I never want to cross anyone's boundaries. Yeah, and it's hard, right? It's hard. And I understand, I want to be accepting. I don't want to be A-list or anything like that. But there's definitely been some cases where we tried to give people so many chances, and then they would do something so inappropriate, and you're like, well, I can tell you didn't mean anything by it, but it's just so far removed from what the social norm is. I'm not your parents. I can't teach you. You know, I'm not your therapist. I'm not your parents. We've trying to teach you what's appropriate in the space, and you've not learned it. And there's definitely a few people like that where I think I gave them too many chances and made things worse for all the other viewers, you know, who are also uncomfortable with this behavior. Where I should have prioritized their comfort, but I felt bad banning someone for being well-meaning but too weird, you know? Some just can't help it. Yeah, some, you know, I feel bad because I know it must be really socially isolating, but at some point, what am I gonna do? Yeah, at some point it's like, okay, well, everyone else is uncomfortable though. I want to people tell me straight even if it's mean. Yeah. And we've tried to be as straightforward to these people as we can, but some people just unfortunately haven't understood, I think. Yeah. If someone's just breaking rules, exactly, yeah, it's easy. You're like, oh, you were racist. But some people just don't pass the vibe check, and it's a bit rough, I think, to ban someone because you're like, I just don't like you as a human. I don't, you know, it's a bit rough when you ban someone and you're like, technically you've not broken a rule, but I don't enjoy your presence. Your presence has made my day worse. Sorry, I need to take off a layer. I'm roasting. Thank you for the follow. When it's like, oh, yeah, you're not a horrible person, but you're just making this stream less fun for everyone. I'm sorry. Some VTubers just execute on site. I do think as the community has grown, I felt more comfortable doing that and being like putting the group first before individuals. I think it's really hard, especially for small VTubers who do tend to be like the primary target for weirdos because they're somewhat vulnerable. Because if you have 5 viewers, it's kind of hard to execute one of them behind the garden shed, you know? It gets easier when you're like, oh, okay, I'm not, you know, taking 1/5 of my viewers away by making this decision. Yeah, the mods have been very, very helpful, to be fair. Yeah, the mods have been very helpful. They do a good job. Yeah, realistically not everyone's gonna vibe, but I do think that's one thing that, like, in this space is not really accepted, is that, like, not everyone will like everyone. I think people... You know the thing of, like, people complaining you can't reach out to big streamers and their DMs are closed and whatever, and they're, like, all in their little corners and you can't get in touch with them? I feel like there's a real entitlement to people's time and attention sometimes. Where people feel like they're entitled to be... Oh my god. To be liked by someone. Like, if... A lot of people feel like if nothing's really wrong with them, like they haven't done anything horrific, like they're not racist, they're not transphobic or any of that shit, right? Then they're entitled to be your friend. It just doesn't work like this, you know? It's like, well, okay, but I've done nothing wrong. Why don't you want to hang out with me? Like, sometimes you just don't want to hang out with someone. Yeah, it's also like, it's not just, you know, viewers, it's other streamers as well. It's, you know, I'm not slagging off viewers. It's a lot of streamers feel that way about other streamers. Of like, well, but I've done nothing wrong. Why don't you want to be my friend? And it's like, well, sometimes you just don't like people. Sometimes you just don't vibe with people. And that doesn't mean they're a bad person or not worthy to be someone's friend. But sometimes you're just not on the same wavelength. And I feel like that's not really something you can say in this space without being sounding like a horrible person. Yeah, exactly. I also only have so much time in the day, right? And so much social battery. Sometimes I just want to stare at a wall. I don't want every single second of my day to be taken up by social obligations. And also, you gotta read the shitty memes if you don't answer my DMs. I guess the meme channel on my Discord. Yeah, I think that's something I struggled with a lot, where like sometimes I didn't want to be someone's friend, but I didn't know how to express that in a way I felt was okay. So we stared well. Sometimes I space out a little. Yeah, I stared at a wall a whole lot today when I was getting a haircut. Yeah, no, so, some people, you would be surprised how many DMs I get that are basically just, hey, do you want to be my friend? And I'm like, you don't even follow me. Like, how many people have you sent this to? That's weird. And to be quite honest, I just don't have bandwidth to make more friends. Hey Trip, how are you? But yeah, I've definitely, I think, gotten it wrong on occasion where I didn't know how to let someone down nicely, and I didn't want to hurt their feelings, so I just kind of was like, okay, I guess we can be friends. And then it was just kind of awkward and weird. I don't know, I don't think it's creepy, I think it's uncomfortable where like, I'm like, because on one level, I'm like, I feel for them, right? Because I think people who do this are clearly lonely and want friends. And like, we all need friends and we all get lonely and social connection is a basic human needs, I get it. So I guess you gotta shoot your shot, right? But I don't know what to say to these people. It's like, I don't know you. What's the smallest? I think Sylvie was shorter than Mip. It's okay to say no. Yeah, honestly, to be honest, 99% of these DMs land in my spam anyway, and I see them like 5 months later. I'm like, oh wait, my DMs have been super broken. I think a lot struggle with that. Yeah, right, because I don't want to be mean. I don't want to let people down or hurt their feelings. So I've definitely maybe not taken the right decision for all of this. Sure, then Mabel wasn't there. It was only Sylvie, Mippy, and I. Hit them with, okay, what's the scam? But they never sent another message. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You gotta look out for bots. A lot of people randomly add your bots to try to sell you or scam you or make you click fishy links. Yeah. It is funny. The mods are like, half of them seem terrified to ever DM me or inconvenience me in any way, shape, or form. And I'm like, guys, if something's like wrong, you out of all people can DM me. Like, you mods, what the hell? Mabel was too far away. She couldn't make it. Have a good lurk. Enjoy your dinner, Lotus. You're too nice. I don't think I'm that nice. I think I'm like, I don't think I'm mean, but I don't think I'm particularly like nicer than the average person, if that makes sense. Hey Nade, how are you? I feel called out. What? The mods who are terrified to DM me. Honestly, barely any of the mods DM me. Tammy does, but she's more friend than mod. And Wabo does. Moose sometimes DMs me. But rarely, now that he's gotten himself like a girlfriend. Ugh. But the mods seem to be terrified of bothering me. And I'm like, guys, I'm not gonna like yell at you. A lot of people seem to be scared to DM me. Where like people like I've spoken to, like I've worked with you, we've DM'd before. Why are you scared? I'm not gonna. The worst I'll do is not respond. Seemingly similar communities can be a world apart on the surface. You go from one to the other. Yeah. Even like within florAtelier, it's so interesting how different our communities are. I really, like, our chats feel very different, which is so interesting. Yeah, I don't like to be DM'd without reason. I don't like that. Like, if you were to be like, hey, I've got this Kudo board for a streamer I know you're friends with. Yeah, DM me, please. I would love to sign the Kudo board. You know, those kinds of things I definitely don't have issues with being DM'd. You know, the kind of DM I hate the most? It's the people who just go, hi. And then you go, hi. And then they go, how are you? And you go, fine, you? And they go, fine. And then a week goes by, and then they DM you, hi. And you respond, hi. And they're like, how are you? And you're like, good, you? And they say, good. And they say, cool. And then a week later, like, hi. And you have this exact same conversation on a loop. I hate that. It drives me insane. Just tell me what you want from me. Yeah, I do not respond to hi anymore. I have learned my lessons. I do not respond to just hi because just state your purpose. The endless loop. It's really funny to be fair to see how often you can like get the loop to go around. Hi, I'm a graphic designer. Hi. Hi guys, how are you? Feels like the dry text from a dating app. No, literally, it's so bad. Like, please state your purpose for your visit. Because you're so busy. That's also true, yes. Like, and especially, I think 99% of things can be asked in... Oh, I forgot the rem here. Can just be asked in, like, my Discord server. I'm very active in my Discord server. You will be able to reach me there. Like, I promise, I am there every single day. So, you know, unless it's something, like, personal, like, I need your contact details for a merch thing. Or, like, it's a kudo board for someone who's in the server and you don't want them to see. There's not really any reasons to DM me. Hi, Dad. Hi, Egg. Hi, guys. Hi, Trip. You respond to Tally Ho? Probably not. I wouldn't know what to say. Hi, Death. Hi, Benoit. Yeah, tell me why you're contacting me. The old Tinder special. The AI commission artist one. Oh, God. Yeah, no. At least I've gotten pretty good at spotting those. I'm very active during work hours. Unless I'm streaming, I'm pretty active. I try not to be active after a stream because I try not to look at a screen too much to make it easier to fall asleep. But yeah, I'm pretty active between 9 and 5, basically. I'm contacting you regarding to your car's extended warranty. I don't have a car. I shouldn't DM you to ask you who my favorite chatter is. Sorry. Next question. Yeah, I watched my server, so don't worry guys. I will respond if you have a question for me. I'm very hesitant to DM people, even once I've talked in a long time. Yeah, right, so I think it's okay to DM if you have a specific purpose. Like, I think the kudo board is like the perfect, like, opportunity, right? Like, if you were modding for, let's say, one of the florAtelier girls, and you're like, hey Camille, I'm putting this thing together for their anniversary. Can you help? Yeah, DM me. I would love to, you know, help with those kinds of things. If you're just DMing me to ask about my day, I don't want to sound big-headed, right? It's one of those things where I think it's the same for every streamer, where you just you can't allow this because else everyone starts doing it. And then suddenly you have like 100 DMs and you spend your entire day just answering DMs. And you will make no content because it's just responding to people being like, hi, how are you? Ugh. I'm watching the town. Am I not a good citizen, Lazy? Clearly me, guys. Aha, right. No, it's Sari. Sorry. Today's a scavenging the kitchen day. Ooh, Godspeed. Godspeed. The kudo board is a good example. Yes, I will sign the kudo board. I guess, you know, you probably wouldn't want to ask about a Sari kudo board in my server because she's in there too. She might see it. It was instantly fine they were on board. It made me be silly for being in my own head about it. I do think between community members it's different. Yeah, I think a lot of community members have become friends and that's really nice. I thought I was your favorite chatter? No, it's Sari. Give me your money, I'll give you AI generated stuff. No thank you, I can make slop with my own 2 hands. If I want mid art, I can do that myself. Thank you for the care package, thank you. Okay, let me take a quick app break. Wow, time flies when you're power washing. Let me take a quick app break. I'll be right back. Woo!
ダメダメダメ脳みその中からやめるバカとあめくもらりて Darling baby darling 半端なくラブときらめき浮き足立つフィルスフィ死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくランジ気づけば当人この世に生まれた君が悪いやたらとしんどい恋は辛いバラバラなる頭とこの身体から脈から選びがつく一体どうしようこの思いをどうしよう油の奥をたらめが溶けてゲロになりそうどこバチライトぼれ死にそう くり返っても勝ちようない。君だけルールは適用外。4つともオセロは苦しかない。ガッツ上げ放題。君が笑顔であなたあばらけたブラでこのスティグマ申し訳んな。よさして貫いてこの弱点。死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い。何か司法に触れるくらい。バレまくらんじん気づけば当時冬に生まれた君が悪い。パーチモンでもいい何でもいい。今君と名付いてる全て欲しい。けど脈から I love you がつけて I the sound the sound I the sound 一体どうしようこの模様どうしよう油の奥をたらめが溶けたゲロになりそうどこバチライト溺れ死にそう今この世で君だけ大世界 Darling, 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 darlingダメダメダメ脳みその中からやめるバカとあめくもらりて Darling baby darling 半端なくラブときらめき浮き足立つフィロソフィー死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくらんじん気づけば当時この世に生まれた君が悪いやたらとしんどい恋は辛いバラバラなる頭とこの身体けど脈から I love you がつくて一体どうしようこの思いをどうしよう油の奥をたらめが溶けたゲロになりそうどこバチライト溺れ死にそう今この世で君だけ大世界 Darling, 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 darling ひっくり返っても勝ちようない君だけルールは適用外4つともオセロは苦しかないガッツ上げ放題君が笑顔であなたあばらけたブラでこのスティグマ申し訳んなよさして貫いてこの弱点死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくらんじん気づけば当時冬に生まれた君が悪いパーチモンでもいい何でもいい今君と名付いてる全て欲しいけど脈から I love you がつけて I the sound
Hello, welcome back, Everymo. Streamer shows the in-game tag and 69 million friend requests get sent. What do you expect to happen? No, literally, right? Speaking about Cam making stuff, when do we get to see Cam's garden? Hi, Najak. I did a gardening stream a few months ago, actually. But I currently have to just drag all my plants into the kitchen, which is not ideal. It's also a big part of being bad, making new friends. It's hard. I feel like unless you have a specific social context that facilitates making friends, I think it's really, really hard. Like, unless you, for example, are going to school together or something, you know? Yeah, it's difficult. Yard is bomb. Boom. Good afternoon, Hagar. How are you? Yeah, it's, I have got you guys like the new cover. It's Iris Out. You can listen to it on YouTube now. Yeah. Hold on. Hold on. Friends? I miss friends. Who needs friends when you have chat? Hi, Sally, how are you? Bad number week was at work. Oh, work was horrific. Don't even. Ugh. Skittering noise increase. Sorry, I'm texting. I have some important text. I should have done this during the outbreak, sorry. Freer's typing it, typing ASMR. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I had to text the manager. Had to text the manager about important convention stuff. Sorry. We don't have to brag out having a mechanical keyboard. I'm kind of tempted to try a different one because it's kind of loud, and I type a lot at my day job. All I do is type all day, so I'm worried it's kind of bothersome. Yeah. You've not been good at striking up a conversation? Yeah, I guess it's I think there's two things about being good at quote-unquote making friends or social stuff, right? I think A, practice, right? You can't get good at this unless you practice. So obviously, yeah, if 99% of the time you're like in a truck by yourself, it's not ideal practicing conditions. I think the other thing that's hard is finding your right social circle. I think a lot of people, the circle you're born into or just naturally surrounded by might not be the kind of social circle you mesh with well. Either because you have different communication styles or very different interests, or it's a very different demographic. I think practice in the correct social circle and also a variety of different social circles is kind of what makes you good at it. Obviously, some people are born with a natural aptitude for it, right? I'm not gonna deny that. It's harder for some people than others. But I think, like, for example, what a lot of people find is that they're good with talking with their bros, but then they have to talk to a girl and it all falls apart. I think practice with a very social circle is kind of how you become good at it. Yeah. You feeling better? Oh no, were you unwell? I don't like using a loud keyboard. Yeah, I'm also a really violent typer, which doesn't help. But some for Daisy, more like Cam did. I like the keyboard sound. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I never really liked the marbly type ones, but maybe I can find one I like, you know, that'd be quieter. I have a hard time matching the vibe. Yeah, it is practice, unfortunately. I think the other thing is a lot of people are scared of negative social interaction, of like making bad experiences, right? And unfortunately, in the world, not every social interaction you will have is gonna be positive and good. Not everyone's gonna be nice to you. And I think a lot of people are very scared of that happening. So instead they close themselves off to every social interaction and don't have them at all. But then, you know, your social skills can get worse. They can degrade. Mine got so much worse during COVID. So I think you gotta be a little brave sometimes as well. A lot of people are, you know, don't do it because they're scared something bad's gonna happen. Sometimes bad things are gonna happen. Hi Davis, how are you? I should catch a person to practice. Somewhere blessed with natural res, like me. You need a bro to dress like a girl, practice to them, talking to them and kissing and tucking them in good night, of course. Smash that keyboard, make it work for a living. You know a lot about social stuff. Did you study it? A little bit. I don't have a psychology degree, but I think about those things quite a lot. And I like talking to people about these things. I've had loads of conversations. You know, and I've been to therapy quite a lot too. Yeah, I think about those things a lot. And I think, you know, talking to chat about these things helps to get like insights on how other people think. I meet someone with the right personality, usually more outgoing or extroverted, and suddenly talking is effortless. Yeah, sometimes, you know, when you have another person to take the leap and make it seem like it's not scary and it's like easy and normal, it does help a lot to practice, yeah. But sometimes you gotta be that person. I'm scared of girls, so I never talk to Cam. So true. Why do you hate me, bro? You had a giga headache, but long live ibuprofen. Oh my gosh, let's do ibuprofen together. Same focus for people online. Yeah, sometimes people don't respond, and sometimes people are bad people, right? Sometimes you'll have bad experiences. But that's just how it goes. Without those, you would never have... You can't close yourself off to the world, else you'll never have any good experiences either. Yeah, I think you have the right attitude, Nimam, right? I think the other important thing, I lied, there's actually 3 things that are important, is to always keep working on yourself. I think, unfortunately, what I see a lot online, right, is that people get really bitter about having been rejected from social circles so much. And they get bitter, and they kind of get that attitude of like, well, I'm an asshole, and that's just me. You can't change me. I'm just an asshole. And I'll forever be alone, and I'll die alone, and everyone will hate me. That's fine. I'm an asshole. And, you know, it is maybe in the short term comforting to tell yourself that you're okay with it, but in the long term, it's no way to live life. You gotta keep working on yourself. Are VTubers girls? Some of them are girls, not all of them. The reflection, yes, the reflection, it's really important. Yeah, like, why did it not go wrong? And it's not always your fault, you know, sometimes other people are just not good people. Like, I think it's just such a miserable outlook on life to be like, well, I'll always be an asshole and no one will ever like me and that's fine. I'm just a dick. It's like, you probably aren't. You've probably just gotten hurt a lot and you're scared of trying again. So you've put up a shell of like, oh, but I'm just a dick, so whatever. And, you know, it's not a long-term solution to your problem. It's so hard to break out of work autopilot mode. Yeah, and I think work is also like an awkward time to, you know, talk to girls because it's work. Usually you kind of want to keep those separate, but when you work 90% of the time, it's hard. It's hard, man. I'm not gonna pretend these things are easy, right? Being a human being is hard, but we gotta keep trying. How the hell do I get up here? We gotta keep doing our best in improving ourselves. We all have improving to do all the time. No one's perfect. Like, I need to work on not sounding like a know-it-all all the time. Cam is the oldest man I've ever met. So true. So true, bestie. I am glad that VTubers have a lot of people with this, to be fair. I think a lot of people kind of have found it easier to talk to girls after talking to VTubers. Because it makes you... Watching funny anime girl kind of makes you realize that VTubers are actually just people, you know? Sure, they're girls, but they're also people. I think it helps people recontextualize a little. I'm literally so perfect. Oh my god, I'm so jealous. Sounding like a know-it-all is comforting. Hey, take it from someone who has good social skills. And who makes friends. Easily. Take it from me. You guys can do it too, I believe. Do you consider yourself a good person? That's a great question. Yes, I think I'm a good person because I try to do right by other people and in the world. I don't think that means I've never done bad things. I think I do bad things sometimes. But I don't think doing bad things sometimes makes you a bad person. But I certainly try really hard to be a good person, and I think that's one of the most important steps to being a good person. I consider Cam a good person. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Fake it till you make it. Genuinely, that's good advice, though. I won't talk to real girls and not anime. I know, it's very unfair. Working on and improving yourself is so important. Some people have a bit mentality of, I shouldn't have to change who I am. Yeah. But it's like, no, sometimes you have to change a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta code switch and fit in with whatever is expected of you in society, you know? Yes, I don't think you should have to ever fundamentally change who you are. But yes, I think you will never have to change anything about yourself is not realistic. I agree with that. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys aren't out there thinking I'm secretly a horrible person. Considerate? I try to be. I think one of my big flaws, I'm pretty self-centered, to be honest. I'm really, really self-centered. I think about myself all the time. I'm very, like, and sometimes I think I forget to consider other people's point of view, which doesn't always make me the most considerate person. I think about my own perspective a lot more than other people's. And that's something for me to work on. She keeps beating the other florAtelier girls in call-up games. Bro, they're so salty about it. They're so determined to beat me. What the hell? Literally everyone has personal growth they can and should achieve. I agree. Being self-aware is a good thing. Yeah, and I'm not always self-aware enough, you know? I think I can definitely work on that. I think I talk about myself too much, which is, you know, that's why I'm a streamer. And I think I always put myself first a lot. Starting the subreddit now, no! Can I read it? You have to deal with the consequences. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta make an effort to fit in and make other people comfortable too. You know, other people will extend the same courtesy to you as well. What's work for me is being more open and vulnerable and changing my internal views of myself, being kinder, realizing my own strengths, what I have to offer as a person. Yes, I think self-hatred is a really slippery slope. It's good to be self-aware, but self-hatred is kind of an obstacle towards genuine change and growth. And I think what's really hard is to break out of the cycle of, oh, I fucked up, I suck, I'm a horrible person, to, okay, but how do I not do it again, you know? I think often we tend to get stuck at the, oh, I suck, I fucked up, I'm a bad person. And it's hard to make the jump to, okay, but how do I get better? How do I change this about myself? I think, genuinely though, if you're a guy who's struggling to talk to girls, you know what helps? Being more open and vulnerable with your bros. Like, girls like to talk about emotions and like stuff, you know? Practice with your bros. Hey, if talking to girls is scary, try having an honest and open conversation with your bro. Try finding out, like, for example, what their first name is. Yeah, I love this. The I don't deserve to get better mindset. You gotta break out of it if you wanna do right by other people. If you don't like this consequence, you will have to change a little bit. But you can't fall down the slippery slope of, well, I don't want to change, so everyone's gonna have to, you know, I'm just an asshole and I will be forever alone. Because that's not gonna help anyone, including yourself. Yes, I think being a little bit selfish is good. I think it's fine to, like, you gotta protect yourself, right? You gotta put yourself first a lot of the time as well. Like, I was telling Sylvie about, because I'm very confident, I think, in general. I'm very confident. I don't really experience self-doubt a whole lot. And that was odd. That was a really weird experience for me when I grew up, was I didn't realize at the time how many people's brain is, like, not your strongest ally, right? Like, when I experience self-doubt, my brain is on my side, and my brain will fight back against it and be like, no, you're not a horrible person, you know? And here's why you're not a horrible person. And I think a big point of growth for me was when I realized, oh, that's not how it works for other people. Like, it's not that easy for some people, right? Sometimes your brain is not your friend. And that was a big realization for me. It's like, oh, some people, their brain is like their enemy, and that's like a whole different way you need to, like, learn and cope with things and, like, reframe how you think. So that was a big thing for me. All experience is self-doubt. See, I don't. And when I get external, like, things telling me that maybe I'm not the best, and that make me doubt myself, my brain is really effective at, like, combating that and be like, no, actually, you're great. Don't worry about it. Bit too much. And I was talking to Sylvia about it because I am very confident, right? And my brain is my best friend. And one thing that I said, I was telling her about all the bits I like to do on stream, like French mill and stuff and parasocial mill. And we're talking about, you know, like numbers and content and stuff. And I was like, oh no, I like doing these bits because they make me laugh. I don't care if chat doesn't like them or if they don't do as well. I think it would be really funny, so I do it. Because it will make... I'll get a good laugh out of it. And 90% of what I do on stream is because I think that would be really funny for me specifically and no one else. You know? My stream is the Camille entertains herself show. People don't know the first name of their bros. So many people I know just call their bros by like their last names. It's so weird. Oh, I went on the wrong ladder. I've been getting a lot better, but still there. It sounds really difficult, and I can empathize, but obviously I can't. I don't know what it's like. So, you know, a lot of the advice I have is for people whose brain is wired like mine. But I'm glad, you know, it's something you work on and that, you know, you're getting better. Cardamom. But I do think a little bit of selfishness and being a bit egotistical just protects you in your brain, you know. You gotta remember to say no homo after, and then you kiss him on the lips. Never trust your brain. Sounds horrible, but I start with most self-doubts because I've met other people at my job. No, literally, sometimes you realize, I think having a normal job makes you realize that, like, no matter how stupid you are, there's always someone who's stupider than you and gets paid more than you. And that really makes you feel much better about yourself. You're like, oh damn, okay, I'm fine. This person's a CEO and they're fucking stupid. Last name? Yeah, so many guys called each other by their last name. So weird. If I don't make myself laugh, what's the point, right? Sometimes you gotta just be your own hype man. And am I playing Powerwash 2 right now because I think it will perform really well on stream? Nope! Probably not gonna become famous with that content, but I like it. So here we are, guys, and you guys get to watch me Powerwash for like the next 3 hours because I thought it would be funny. It's either last name or gamer name. Oh my god, not the gamer name! So I guess I can't judge, I'm a VTuber. We call each other by VTuber names. You should have seen Camdate's shock when he realized I didn't know florAtelier girls' real names. Apart from Noko, because she, like, puts it everywhere. But I didn't know the other people's real names. And he was like, what do you mean you've never asked? I'm like, I've never asked. I just called them Mabel, Mippy, Sylvie, and Noko. Oh, the mysterious nickname where you don't know where it came from. That's step 2, that's true. Moderate self-doubt, you realize you're worth to be a bit more selfish. Yeah! It's okay to be a little selfish, you know? A little bit of being egotistical. You're famous in my heart, thank you, but that doesn't pay the bill. I think I had that can't get better mindset since I do have depression, but meds helped a lot for me. Yeah, I think talking to people who have, like, diagnosed depression is kind of what made me realize that sometimes your brain is not your best friend. I'm glad the medication helped for you. That's really good. You're my favorite Powerwash Sim streamer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You mean Mabel's not named Mabel? I mean, she might be. I've never checked. She might just be Mellow Mabel. It would be much happier and successful in life. I think that's something you can learn to some extent, though, right? As you say, it's the path to self-betterment. To be a bit more, fuck it. A lot of my outlook on life is, the reason I don't experience a lot of anxiety around things like the meetup or content or that kind of stuff is because a lot of my attitude at the end of the day is like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You know? Whatever happens will happen. And obviously that doesn't apply to horrible, like some horrible real life situations, right? But in the small scope of things, like if one stream doesn't do well, you know, what's the worst that can happen? If the meetup doesn't go super well, we actually don't get along super well. Oh well. If I embarrass myself, oh well. You know, like, it's what's the worst that can happen? Whatever will happen will happen. and that's fine. And I think that's something that has helped me with my own anxiety a lot. I used to be really, really anxious. And I think realizing that sometimes I would go into a situation and the worst case scenario would happen, and then actually it was fine. Like what I was anxious about would actually happen, and then I got through it fine, and actually it wasn't a big deal. I think that has helped me a lot personally. Get through stuff. Being like, oh, well, the worst case scenario happened and I'm still here and no one hates me? I think that helped me a lot. Label. The rent is quite expensive here. Me too, they're putting up my rent, guys! They're putting up my rent in July. Ugh. But now it's Cam and we'll stay forever. Cam's fine. Gosh, my name. I think therapy is really good. I think if you feel like you're ready for therapy, it's good. Sometimes, okay, what I will say, obviously every therapist is different, and sometimes you will like, a therapist might not be a good match for you. Don't get discouraged. Sometimes it can take a few tries to find a therapist that works for you. And it's not your fault. It's just like, obviously you don't vibe with everyone. Just we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Exactly. I realized that sometimes I would bawl and it was fine. You know, I've had streams that were bad and just fully were not good and performed really badly and weren't fun, and guess what? You just stream again and the next one's fine. More rent in that shithole. I know! The place itself is okay. I don't mind the place. But the area, I mean, it's still really cheap compared to a lot of other places in the area. So I can't complain too much. But my money. Therapist session when we can start a session. I am not a licensed therapist. I cannot help you. I can only talk about me and my own perspectives. Which has been really good. Yeah, I think, honestly, I think VTubers have helped a lot of people. I can't talk about facecam streamers, I don't watch them a whole lot. But I think being able to talk about these things, especially I think because a lot of VTuber audiences are guys, and I do think I see a lot of, like, male friendships are different from female friendships, and sometimes it's hard to, like, open up to your bros and talk about your feelings and your internal struggles. So I do think it has potential to help people to have this kind of, like, environment and space. Sometimes, you know, therapy is not the solution, or it's not the right time. You gotta be also in the right mindset for therapy, right? If you just do it for the sake of doing it, it might not work very well for you. But I think it's worth a try if you think you need it. Time to bring up therapy, Mill. God, it would be such bad therapy. I'd be like, well, have you tried just saying fuck it, we ball? When I have big boob anyway, girls. So true, it's cheaper. The anonymity, yeah, definitely helps. Yeah. Sometimes it's easier to share your struggles with a stranger than with your friends, you know? Because if a stranger judges you, what the fuck do you care? Have you tried turning it off and on again? Yeah, you gotta find the right fit for you. And sometimes it's a process. And it's not linear. Process isn't linear. Sometimes it feels like you're making negative process. But you gotta keep at it, you know? I got better results on my own while going to therapy made me worse. I'm sorry that it didn't work for you. It sounds like that was a bad fit for you. For me, personally, therapy has helped me loads. I've gone to a number of therapists and it's helped a lot. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. That's right, Snail. When you don't have big booba, shaking my head. Well, all it takes is the right artist and an amount of money, and then you too can have big booba. Very achievable goal. Okay. Fuck it, we ball. Sometimes. Why would I need this? This is such a weird shape. Or random skeb. Oh god, always massive Camille keys. Or I guess Sylvie art also gives you massive Camille keys. Yeah, there's a lot of different options for therapy or psychiatrist or support in different counseling. Gotta find the one that works for you. Sorry, I'm craning my neck trying to see. Sylvie has ulterior motives. Right, she wants to be sent to HR. I did feel like HR when we were meeting up though. I did feel like HR a lot, where I was like, with my baby ducklings. Protecting them from weirdo men. Or social interaction. At some point, Mippy said something that really made me laugh. She goes, "Oh, I don't go outside alone." That really cracks me up. No, it's okay. I inferred from context, Luna. Classic VTuber not leaving the house. I say being a classic VTuber who doesn't like leaving the house. I have 2 appointments in town next week, guys. 2! I have to leave my house on 2 separate occasions. I'm so annoyed. Back to back on like Wednesday and Thursday or something like that. On company hours. So I'm gonna have to ask my boss if I can like disappear for a second. Outside is where bad things are. And inside is where my computer is. You know? Yes. Some flaws, yeah. You gotta learn how to live with them. Yeah. You can't fundamentally change who you are. You can make the best of it though. Okay, where? This thing here? Up here? Oh my god, it's gonna make me parkour everywhere, isn't it? And also, just because you have flaws, that makes you a human being. That doesn't make you a terrible person who needs taking out back like a lame horse. Okay. Hey Abby, how are you? Life hard and cold. Booba, soft and warm. So true. To be fair though, I think outside there's more booba than inside my house. What am I gonna do about that, guys? Hey Aldous, how are you? There was a friend who was really weird about therapy. It was quite odd and I was against the mental health. Huh. That's so weird. I wonder what happened to make them think this way. That's really sad. I'm sorry. Kinda sounds like your friend was kinda going through something. Yeah, that's... I guess some people like kinda chill about something, so they seem chill until it happens in their circle and then they're suddenly less chill about it. I don't know. It's really weird. Sorry they weren't supportive though. I slept the whole day. Was it a good sleep? But outside booba are less accessible. Not if I try hard enough. Being social is weird. I'm always scared shitless beforehand and force myself to go, and now we're chilling and enjoying it. Same dance every time. Yeah, I think sometimes the overcoming like the fear of doing a thing is the hardest part. I've heard people use this trick before for like mostly for what's it called? Like not wanting to do chores or tasks. But I guess it's kind of the same for social situations where like it's where you do something for 60 seconds. You like talk yourself into doing a thing for only 60 seconds. And like once you are, because it's easier to talk yourself into doing something for 60 seconds than like to tell yourself you have to do the whole hangout, right? Or like stay all the time or do the whole task. But once you've started doing the thing, you'll almost always end up doing it for longer than 60 seconds because now you've started. Now you're in the rhythm. 6 out of 7 naps. 6, 7. What did I miss? Just a lot of philosophical and psychological discussions about being a human. And therapy and those kinds of things. They're also not getting younger. Yes, oh my god. I think that's another thing where like I used to not want to do those things alone, like going to restaurants and gigs. And then I was like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? And then I did it, and it was fine, and I had a good time. I was like, oh, what was I even worried about? Like, that restaurant owners would be like, oh, that's weird, she's by herself. No, they're just happy to get business. They're just like, oh, yeah, my rent is paid. Let's go. They start watching Sigma Meal stuff. Ugh. That's a unfortunate slippery slope for young males. Underground therapist. No, we're in the skies, guys. We're not underground at all. I like philosophical talks. Don't worry, it's still going on. Art surgeons. My 60 seconds are done. Hey.
Look at this cute little box.
Aww. That's very cute. Camille just came home with laundry detergent. It looks very cute. I'm that way about chores. It's a momentum thing. Yeah, for me it's editing. I hate video editing with a burning passion. I've been putting off editing the Nuzlocke video, which I've promised you guys like half a year ago. I've been putting that off for like weeks. And I keep doing other tasks where I'm like, oh, well, that's more important. That's more urgent. This commission's more urgent. So I keep like doing these instead of the Nuzlocke edit. And yesterday I was like, okay, only 10 minutes. I'll edit for 10 minutes. And then I ended up editing for like 2 hours, you know, because once you start, it's actually like not as soul destroying as I think it is. Chat says, have a nice weekend.
Chat says what? Sorry?
Have a nice weekend.
Oh, that's
It's your wingman from the wedding.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I am in work all weekend, but it will be a nice week.
Aw. Okay, what map? Ice Castle. That might be the last one. This one looks huge. What the hell? Okay, let's do this one. Yeah? Yeah, that looks good. This is probably the ideal game for this kind of discussion. I felt like we were overdue kind of a talky kind of stream. Like a chatting kind of stream. Because I think you guys like just chatting. But I'm uncomfortable doing just chatting with nothing else happening in the background. So, compromise! Every weekend with Camille is a nice weekend. Oh my. So you guys will forgive me for him kidnapping me for a long weekend and me not streaming that long weekend. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just hang out. But also, I know you guys like the yapping because whenever when I stream, I usually have the most viewers in the first hour, and then when I start playing a game, you guys leave. You guys are like, ugh, gaming in my just shouting stream? Which is crazy, because I'm mostly a video games, like, streamer. Like, I mostly play games, but I think you guys like the chatting a lot. So glad it happened on Saturdays. That's true, that's true. Is chat trying to reserve cam date? All the time. All the time. They love it. They are shooting their shot all the time with our boyfriend. And this is a sponsor? Yeah, I don't do a lot of very story heavy games because I'm a talker. I like the sound of my own voice. You're good at talking? Oh, thank you. I think having a chat that likes talking is very helpful. If it was radio silence, it would be much harder. I'm not that good at talking to myself. I prepare the Minecraft segment tomorrow will be sponsored, but it's like a sponsorship to Twitch, so it's pretty low key and fine. Cam does have a great voice to listen to. Thank you. I want to do kind of like more voice acting type videos. You know how Noko does like scripted videos? I kind of want to try that. I don't want to do ASMR because I don't like making parasocial content. No disrespect to people who do it, but I'm not comfortable doing the snuggles you to sleep and kisses you gently kind of content. Because I think if I edited myself...
Like a barber.
Like a barber, yeah. I think I would give myself the ick, I fear. So I'm not comfortable making that kind of thing. No cam friend experience, I'm sorry. So I don't think ASMR is for me. But I like the videos Noko makes. I just don't know what to make them about. You did the most uncomfortable shit I've ever had to hear in 1 week. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm okay with being cringe because being cringe is to be free. But you guys, you don't want to hear. You don't want me to do ASMR. You feel like, why is Cam being weird? and parasocial. Or knitting, tending to plants. Yeah, I don't know. I think either non-voice ASMR, but I do want to capitalize on the fact that you guys seem to like my voice. Yells at you about hot pot. You're doing this wrong. The meat is overcooked. I couldn't handle it. It was hard for me too, if that makes it better. But you know how I was saying I do every bit with the express intention of making myself laugh? That was definitely one of these. Parasocial was definitely one of those things where I was like, that will make me laugh. I will think that's funny, and here I am. That was funny. But what does the soap do? It makes it easier to clean up the dirt. If I do without soap, this dirt is okay, but some of the dirt takes a really long time to go away. You can do it, but it's a bit easier, like with the soap it goes really quick. French ASMR, people don't understand, I would understand, and I'd be so self-conscious about my accent. Ugh. And my grammar! Hi Eagle Blue, how are you? I'd be too self-conscious, oh my god. But I was thinking either I wanted to try some scripted videos with a theme like Noko does. But I don't really know what kind of fandom I want to do it for. Power Simulator. I'm the power washer in your house and I judge the state of your house. My condolences, by the way. About being French? Yeah, I don't know. I would want it to be either friendly or funny. I don't know. But I was thinking maybe gameplay videos with voiceover, but no commentary. That could be interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. You can always ask Nuko about it. Yeah, but I think that what kind of fandom do I want to like get into is more like, well, what do you like? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. What do I like? I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I don't know if there's any kind of interest for gameplay videos or like walkthrough videos voiced over with no commentary. Because I know the Let's Play market is pretty dead. Yeah, but I'm also not confident doing actual voice acting because I don't think I can. I have no talent for it. But like, that's why I don't want to be pure voice acting. I don't want to do like voice acting over a clip because I wouldn't be good at it, you know? But maybe paired with gameplay could be okay? Do you like girls? Yes, girl fandom! Cam talks to you about how much he loves girls for 10 minutes. In Spanish, and you didn't speak it, so I can only imagine I was saying a bunch of ridiculous stuff. I've had that with an ex-boyfriend who really liked it when I spoke French. But I didn't know what to say. So be like, oh, so today I did the laundry, and then afterwards I had to grocery shop, and I really wanted to cook some aubergines. And then I didn't buy enough aubergines. I forgot they kind of shrink a lot when you cook them, and then I went back to the grocery store. I like Let's Play stuff. Me too! And me too. It's just, it's already fallen out of favor. It's kind of dead in the algo. It would be worrisome if you had the typical Hollywoodian French accent. What, you mean this accent right here? What's wrong with this accent? I mean, a lot of people actually have this accent. It's just that I guess I have lived abroad long enough that I do not sound like this. Sometimes I do sound a little bit like this, but not too much. I can't do the same for German though. I can't do like a stereotypical German accent. Really bad. Hasta la vista, baby. No, I sound French again. I just sound French. Hasta la vista, baby. No, just French. It just ends up being French. Can't do it. Can you tell I just watched Terminator 2? I just watched T2. Inspector Clouseau! Sounds like she's trying to riz. Is it working? I have to practice my German accent, y'all. It's French all the way down. I can't do it. I can't do a German accent. Is one of the countdown German accents actually Austrian? I think we basically have almost the same accent. sometimes you can kind of tell because some Austrians roll their R's, which I think Germans generally don't do. But Swiss people also roll their R's. There's sometimes you can tell. I think you can tell Arnie, for example, isn't German, he's Austrian. But I think most people you'll encounter, their accent in English will be about the same. Yeah, German, Austrian. Swiss is a bit different. I think you can tell more because of the and the German language are pretty. Really? Growing up bilingual but can't do any other accents? Well, it doesn't come up very often. I just spoke German stuff in a German accent. T2 Great Movie? Yeah! Yeah, I really liked it. I enjoyed Terminator in T2. Time to speak German to Dokumi. I can speak German, I just can't do the German accent, you know? Natural accents would sound like I'm annoyed. Apparently I come across as very direct to non-Germans, which I didn't realize because I felt like I was a bit of a pussy. But, yeah, apparently people find me very direct if they're not German. Is soap infinite in Powerwash 2? Yes, so you don't have to buy it in the store anymore. It's like you can't spray the entire map in one go. It's like a container with limited amount, but once you've like washed it away, it refills again. So you don't have to buy it, which is nice. They made soap much more integral to the gameplay because I think in Powerwash 1 you end up not using your soap a whole lot because it's expensive. Here you kind of want to be using soap all the time, I think, basically. You just need to speak how people expect German to sound, or what it actually sounds like. I can't do it! I really can't, it just ends up being French. Like say Pupen, Farten. Ooh, elektrische Ratte. Is that doing it for you guys? No, to me Pupen, Farten sounds Dutch. I was mixing a song in Dutch recently, and it was driving me nuts because I kept understanding what they were saying, but the words weren't right, and whenever I hear Dutch, it drives me insane. That's new. A German friend of mine says German is very direct. I like it. It gets to the point, no BS. Yeah, I think sometimes for people from other cultures, it's a bit hard because it's, you know, it comes across a little rude. I think compared to other Germans, I'm actually not that direct. But I guess compared to non-Germans, I'm pretty direct and just say what I think. Hardenbaden Sturdenbad! Hating on Dutch? I don't mind it, it just doesn't make sense. It's like... how can I put this? It's like when someone has a really strong, different accent in English, like a Scottish accent, and you're like, I think I know what you're saying, but I couldn't repeat it back to you. So weird. Baden-Baden, Sturdenbad. Ooh, Polish? Oh man, when I used to work with Polish people a lot, and every time I saw someone's name on a document, I would like have to message one of my Polish friends and be like, hey, Crassus, hey. How the fuck do I say that? So I can actually address them in the meeting. And they know I'm talking to them. How do I say this? Oh, Romanian? I don't think I can even picture a Romanian accent. I grew up with French and German. Yes, I just understand like 90% of what they say, but I couldn't repeat any of the words back to you. It's so weird. Dutch and Scottish are my favorite. I think Scottish is nice, but some of them I have no idea what they're saying. And I live in Scotland, guys. If someone from the Shetland Islands is talking to me, I have no idea what they're saying. It sounds lovely, don't get me wrong. It sounds delightful. But it's... Aberdeen? Dude, if someone from Aberdeen talks to me... It's a guessing game. I think I would understand less than if they spoke a different language to me. It's kind of crazy. I have no idea what they're saying. The accents are crazy. Gregors? And then don't ask me the second one. What's the other name I couldn't say? Wojciech? Wojciech? That's like spelled nothing like Wojciech? I was like, what do you mean? And then I realized that I had been blessed with Polish friends with completely normal names I can actually pronounce because they exist in my culture too. And then I ran into Wojciech and whatever, and I was like, it's over. Oh, Welsh is so hard. I have no idea what, like... I I think a light Welsh accent is fine, but like old Welsh people, I used to work a call center job, and at this point it's like Welsh grandpa called in. And I swear to God, this call took like 50 years because I couldn't understand what he was saying. I felt really bad. And then at some point I was like asking him to spell out his like street name, like his address. And even when he was spelling it, I couldn't make it out. It was so hard. I was wondering why he didn't soap everything at once. Yeah, at some point the tank runs dry. Like Jean? Wait. Grzegorz? And is it C Z is just Ch? Grzegorz? Oh my god, that's so hard. Can you update the tank size? That's a great question. I've never tried. Probably, maybe? Maybe in the main story. Hi Raven, how are you? Yeah, Polish I really struggle with. I really don't understand a word of it. It's too different from any language I speak. I'm not sure the first name has any special letter. Yeah. How do I say C? Just Jacek? Yeah. You did well. I try. I'm genuinely trying the hardest I can. Jacek? Okay, that's not too hard. Jacek. Some of them, if you tell me how to do it, I can kind of manage, but I can't do it on my own. Okay. How do you pronounce the town that's like Lod? Like it's spelled L-O-D-Z or something? How do you pronounce that? Because I have friends who are from there. Yeah, this one. How do you pronounce that? I've been bamboozled. I'll tell you if I make it. Godspeed, soldier. The soap looks tasty. Yeah, it looks like bubblegum. They made it look different from the DLC. Normally it's like white. I've learned the most from football players. That's funny. That's a bit hard. Oh no. I've heard my friends say it so often because like, obviously when they're going home, that's what they say, but I don't know how to say it. Wodzi? That doesn't sound right at all. Would. Oh, I should have asked. Wodzi? That's really hard. I should have asked. I'm making a fool of myself. This has now become a tell Camille a word in your native language and she'll try and say it kind of thing. Bocce the rock? You're on the right track. I think I need to hear it said out loud. I think I need to ask my friends to record it for me. I don't really know any Polish at all. Look up IPA. Yeah, hold on. How to say would you? Okay, hold on.
Would.
Okay, no, that's unhelpful. British pronunciation. Google's like, just say would. I'm like, that doesn't sound at all. Would. It's often incorrectly pronounced as loads. Well, I know it's not loads. Would. Helping Camille and all for free drink over here. You can come. I wish I could like say hi to everyone in their native language and when I do conventions. That'd be nice. Would you? Put it in translate Polish. Hold on, there's a YouTube video.
We are looking at how to pronounce. We'll be looking at how country. So how do you say it? Well, essentially, wooch.
Would translate. Google Translate. Save me, Google Translate. Will it even have a translation though, but since it's a city name? Would you? I should just ask them for a recording, honestly. You can check Wikipedia. Does Wikipedia have it? Wikipedia, save me, Wikipedia. Save me. Oh, it doesn't even say the IPA on... Why? It means boat. Huh. The more you know. That looks like a beautiful city, by the way. Wikipedia's not helping, guys. No! Wikipedia isn't even telling me the IPA. Oh, no. Would you? Do you know how to pronounce ginger? Maybe? Like a j sound? Would you? Would you? Would you? Would you? Would you? Sorry, I'm just saying a town name over and over again. It's like I'm power washing something. You guys just hear me go Paris, Paris. The j is super soft. Would you? Would you? Would you? Would you? Would you? Paris, Vienna, Vienna, Vienna. Smuttering it under my breath. Sometimes my friend scrubs streams for me, and I can't have him scrub this one because he'll just hear me say the name of his town like over and over on loop quite badly. I'm motivated to help you. Hold on, I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna send him a voice message. Can you hold on? Can you send me a voice message of you pronouncing? Hold on, how's it spelled? I need to get the special characters. The L with the little dash. Hold on, guys. I'm calling a friend. I'm using my joker. The Wiktionary article. Oh, Wiktionary. Save me, Wiktionary. Save me. Okay. Let's see. Pronunciation. Okay, why is it so quiet? Hold on, I need to crank the volume. Wooj. Jesus Christ, this one was really loud. Wooj. Oh no. I'm running into the issue where I'm not pronouncing it right, but I can't hear the difference to what they're doing. My ear isn't trained to the subtleties of the language. Wooj. Man, Polish is hard. If you've learned how to speak Polish, man, respect. Shit's hard. You rest your tongue on the palate and blow air, luring. Wooj. I feel like I'm still doing it too hard. Wooj. I'm gonna have dreams about it tonight. I know, and I've never even been to this place. It's a bit of practice, yeah. I've asked my friend for a recording, so when he sends this to me, I will practice. And then next stream, I will report back, well, unless he's not replied then. Shall report back with my improved pronunciation. New and improved, baby. I feel like this is nasty still. Oh yeah, I did a poor job of this. Oh, this is nasty. This is not clean at all. What did I do? Have I been slacking? Look how nasty this is. This is not clean at all. Stream gonna ask Camille to drive her to the bookstore, which he's gonna be like, where? Oh, why there? You can't read any of the books. They're in Polish. Oh, the barbell's dried like this. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. So this is actually kind of clean. Oh, little snake! It's Mippy! Guys, I found Mippy! The voice box graphs. Yeah, I listened to the recordings, but it wasn't super helpful. Cute! Okay, we're gonna take the last app break while we look at this very cute snail. I found Mippy! Okay. I'll be right back. See you in 3 minutes, and I don't know if I can finish this map, but I'll try.
ダメダメダメ脳みその中からやめるバカとあめくもらりて Darling baby darling 半端なくラブときらめき浮き足立つフィロソフィー死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくランジン気づけば当人この世に生まれた君が悪いやたらとしんどい恋は辛いバラバラなる頭とこの身体けど脈から選びが捨て一体どうしようこの思いをどうしよう油の奥をたらめが溶けてゲロになりそうどこバチライト溺れ死にそう今この世で君だけ大世界 Darling 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 ひっくり返っても勝ちようない君だけルールは適用外4つともオセロは苦しかないガッツ上げ放題君が笑顔であなたあばらけたブラでこのシグマ申し訳んなよさしてそれ抜いてこの弱点死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくランジン気づけば当人こ世に生まれた君が悪いパーチモンでもいい何でもいい今君と名付いたら全て欲しいけど脈から選びがくて I decide I decide I decide 一体どうしようこの想いをどうしよう油の奥をたらめが溶けてゲロになりそうどこバチライト溺れ死にそう今この世で君だけ大世界 Darling 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 ダメダメダメ脳みその中からやめるバカとあめくもらりて Darling baby darling 半端なくラブときらめき浮き足立つフィロソフィー死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくランジン気づけば当人この世に生まれた君が悪いやたらとしんどい恋は辛いバラバラなる頭とこの身体けど脈から選びが捨て一体どうしようこの想いをどうしよう油の奥をたらめが溶けてゲロになりそうどこバチライト溺れ死にそう今この世で君だけ大世界 Darling 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 ひっくり返っても勝ちようない君だけルールは適用外4つともオセロは苦しかないガッツ上げ放題君が笑顔であなたあばらけたブラでこのシグマ申し訳んなよさしてそれ抜いてこの弱点死ぬほど可愛い上目遣い何か司法に触れるくらいバレまくランジン気づけば当人こ世に生まれた君が悪いパーチモンでもいい何でもいい今君と名付いたら全て欲しいけど脈から選びがくて I decide I decide I decide 一体どうしようこの想いをどうしよう油の奥をたらめが溶けてゲロになりそうどこバチライト溺れ死にそう今この世で君だけ大世界 Darling 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 Darling
'Welcome back! Welcome back! Sorry, that was a little long. The snail's a little Easter egg in every episode. Ah, I didn't know that. That's so cute. What the heck? More deeper voice cam. That's me. Hello. 死ぬのかい？women's guy. that's why I think Frat Mill was like Boy Mill wasn't a big surprise because you guys just know that's what I sound like sometimes. Welcome back. Okay, we're gonna try and finish this map. I'm 55% in. I don't know if I can do it in the time remaining for a stream, but I will try. I will try my hardest. Let's do non-ceiling first. We'll do ceiling last, I think. I'll try getting the objects on the floor done, and then I think walls and floor, and then ceiling last. I think that's my plan. I was just kind of wandering unorganized, but I've got a plan. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yes, a reminder that tomorrow I will start stream way earlier than I usually do, but I also stream the normal time. Well, I'll stream until I normally would end up on Sunday. So as a reminder, normally on Sundays I start at 11 AM GMT, or I guess BST now, UK time. Instead, I am doing 8 AM tomorrow, so I can play on the Minecraft server a little bit and stream Minecraft for the sponsor. And then afterwards, we'll go straight into the collab. Well, there'll be a bit of just chatting in between, because the server closes at like 10 AM and the collab's at 11 AM. But between the time to set up and like get some food, I think will be golden. Give it a follow, thank you. So I'll start way earlier, and then this collab with Sari will happen as normal. All the seal from the dirt will drop down. How goopy do you think this dirt is? What kind of goop do you guys have up there? What the heck? Let's do the alcove here. Hey Daisy. It's too early for kibble, you need to wait. But yeah, I think we're gonna play ooh, this is nice. We're gonna play Goblin Cleanup tomorrow with Sari. She wanted to play Schedule 1. I'm not sure how I feel about that, guys. If you weren't aware when it was like the big craze, it was really popular for like 2 weeks. It's like a simulator game where you're a drug dealer. You like grow drugs and like sell them to your clients. It's very silly and ugly. I've played it a little bit with Camille off stream. And I'm like, I guess if you really want to play that, Sari, we can, you know, if that's your dream. So am I to deny your dreams? But it's a weird rogue pick. I'm not used to a model being in such a style. Sorry, my ditto face disappeared, and wait, hold on. Oh, here we go. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I have switched to something wrong. Oh, I mean the song art? Yeah. You're not used to me being sexy. I understand. It's fun if you're into optimizing, but I like simulator games. It's just not the vibe we usually have in our collabs. So I was surprised you really wanted to play that. And I was like, well, if you want to, we can. But it's a odd pick. There's a better drug game. Oh no. Ah shit, I pressed R and did all my soap. Frick my life. Schedule 1, yeah. It was like all the rage like last year. All the streamers were selling drugs. I think actually the main issue I have with it is that the multiplayer in the beginning is really slow. I think the beginning is kind of slow anyway, but especially if you have 2 players, the beginning's kind of slow. So I don't know if it's gonna be that much fun on stream, but we'll see. If she really wants to play, we can play it. The True OGs remember Drug Wars? Is that the really old one? That like browser game one? Wait, you can do maple syrup tapping, wood chopping, streetcar racing, car flipping? Okay, that does objectively sound like the superior game. To be honest. Yes, that makes it easy to run on any system. It's like one of these things where like, it's an asset flip, you know? Like half of the simulator games out there are. It's just an asset flip. Yeah, it will run on any device. It's fine. It's not a bad game. Like, it's fine. I like simulator games. I like an asset flip simulator game. Played loads of them. I just feel like the gameplay starts off really slow in multiplayer. Did you ever play my summer car? I don't think I have. I know of it, but I don't think I've ever actually played it. Yes? Oh my gosh. I don't... This game briefly inspired Camille to want to take up a career in drugs. Needless to say, it didn't happen. And he now has a totally respectable career, but yes. Okay. No, hold on. Maple syrup sounds actually goated. That sounds like I'm in business. Let's talk. I wanna... Why am I always switching through all if I can just do this? Mbazoo is very goated. I have not heard of it, actually. The more you know. It was hilarious. Man, I gotta check it out. Is that the official answer? No, that was his aspirations for a brief time. But, those times have passed. Unfortunately, it's not a viable career path. Man, I feel like I'm really making such slow progress on this. So slow. What the hell, man? I also gotta do the jail cell. Oh my god, the bottom of the piano is grotty! Ew! Ew. Yucky. Never do your own products? Can you do your own products in Schedule 1? I don't remember. Well, finish the floor though. It's a good yap game too. I do think Schedule 1 at least will be a good yap game for Sarah and me. We can talk about yaoi. Someone exploded in Ice King's home. Yep. Basically, something happened here. We're cleaning up. You can? Well, guess we have a great stream ahead of us, guys. I don't think I want to see Sari high. I think that would be like a lot. In this game, it's actually helpful. Oh no, teaching the wrong lessons, guys. Gas station sim? Oh, I've seen this one! I've seen people play this one. Yeah, it looks really silly. Yeah. I've seen that one around. It's kind of insane sentence. What? I feel like that would be like a lot. Out of context? That's true. I don't think the context helps a lot, to be fair. You know, at the moment, some courtesy to you guys to chat is keeping her from talking about yaoi all the time on stream and turning her stream into Yaoi City. I think if she, you know, sampled the product, there would be no such thing anymore. It would be Yaoi City. Yaoi, as in like gay man-loving men media. Sarah is huge on men-loving men media. And at the moment, you know, you still get gaming content, but not much longer if you encourage her. She's very powerful. It can make you grow taller, grow in the dark, go super fast. I assume you mean ginger? Can it, like, your hair color? Yapo history. God forbid a girl has hobbies. No, I encourage... Hey. You can't say I'm not the #1 supporter of Sari's hobbies. You cannot say this when I have read over 20 volumes, like 20 different books to encourage her hobby, okay? I have spent hundreds of pounds of my own hard-earned money to buy yaoi so I can read it with her, okay? So she has a reading buddy. Don't, God forbid me, a girl has hobbies. I know. I'm reading the books with her, okay? Like, I have spent so much money buying the books she wants me to buy so I can read them with her. I am very supportive of her hobbies. I mean, it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to have sex involved. It can be yaoi even when they're not fucking. MLM I think is more vague, as in like it isn't specifically, I guess, Japanese. Yaoi technically is Japanese media. She just got even more books. Don't say that! Oh my god! Don't say that! Don't say that! Don't say that! Don't say that! She's already threatened me. She already presented me with a reading plan. Whenever she gets a book, I'm like, sorry, do I have to buy this one too? And I start doing math. She's very locked in. She knows what she likes. I love that in a woman. Spider-Man holding the train. That's me. That's why you're not reading for book club. Hey, hold on. Hey, I finished the book club book. I finished, what was it? A Magic Steeped in Poison. I finished it last night. Thank you very much. I haven't done the Count of Monte Cristo yet, but I'll work on it. BL is a genre of romance, but yaoi specifically Japanese. BL technically could be any nationality. And to be fair, calling it yaoi actually isn't even accurate for Sari either, because she specifically likes the Chinese stuff. Are you getting Sari into your books? No, not at all. Not at all. I'm also the faster reader between us two, so I have my own reading. You got half of the Count of Monte Cristo left? Ugh, I haven't made any progress since the chapter where we left off last month. I really gotta get back into it. Yeah, she technically specifically likes Chinese BL, but yaoi is easier to say and people know what it is, so. And to be fair to say that the books she doesn't read aren't sexual, the books she reads aren't sexual would also be a lie. It's sexual. Sometimes. Not all of them. Some of them are sexual though. So, it's not wrong to call it yaoi. Oh, I do enjoy, you know, I'm teasing Sari, but I do enjoy the books. We actually became friends because of a Chinese BL book I had read before I knew her, and we ended up bonding over it. That's how we became friends. I'm very devoted. I am. She sent me a reading plan. Sent me a reading plan. Hold on, let me... Hey Mabel, how are you? How are you? Can we shut up Mabel, please? Hold on. I need to get my reading plan. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, what's my reading schedule? I'm gonna pin it. Yeah, at some point she texts me, she goes, I figured out a plan. Oh, I've did my hair, sorry. Oh, I also have Stiddo face still. Okay, hold on. I fucked up. I fucked up. Hold on. Oh no, now I have both Ditto face and a face. This has gone horribly wrong, guys. Chotto. Oh, I'm a plane. Never mind. I treat for Daisy. You have a reading schedule? Oh, I was telling them how my friend Sari and I got like a little book club where we read the yaoi books she likes. And I was kind of losing track because we've been jumping between series because some of the volumes aren't released yet, and she sent me a reading schedule, okay, so I could prepare myself and buy the books in advance. Oh, there's a lot of pinning, so much. So the cat's adorable. That's little Daisy. Also, hi Oni, hi Digressor. So hold on, the reading schedule she has sent me is, so we finish Husky and Whitecat Shizun volume 11. When did Daisy Cam open? I only turned it on for the treat. So volume 11, and then we read Stars. I don't know what Stars is. I have to figure out what Stars is. But apparently we read that. Oh no, I think she's reading this on her own. Okay, she's reading this on her own after this, and then we read Modao. Okay, I guess volume 1, and then we read Legend of Exorcism Volume 4. And then I don't know, I guess Moda Volume 2, maybe? So I guess I gotta buy Legend of Exorcism Volume 4 now. I respect the commitment. It's been... My wallet is hanging in there. What can I say? You know what the real problem is? Sari has gotten fast at reading. She's saving up for the Daisy redeems. A worthy cause. I like the keyboard sound. Oh, the ding! She's getting faster. She's getting faster. I don't know how much faster she can get before my wallet can't keep up. Last time, she texted me, she goes, Camille, I have something to confess. Because we had been reading, I think, 1 chapter a day. Because the chapters were somewhat long. And she goes, we had about 5 chapters left in the book. And she goes, I've just finished the book. I have something to confess. And she sends me a picture of the book. She's like, I just finished it. I'm like, none the fuck? Excuse me? You like my plane model hair? I'm glad you like the plane model. It sparks joy. I like it a lot. Maybe it's time to force your books into the relationship. I know. I'm like, sorry, I have all these unread books. It's okay. I read a lot. I don't know when I find the time to read, but I somehow read a lot. So, why am I so small? What the fuck? Oh no. Okay, hold on. I need to fix my ditto face. Okay, here we go. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened. Got that Joker smile. I hate that. Gives you a big mustache. Ugh. I don't know how that happened. How that stacked. So... yeah, she texts me, oh, I finished the book. And I'm like, but there were like 5 chapters left. She goes, hee 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 hee. Tee hee. Basically, she tee-hees me. And I'm like, oh no. Time for me to catch up, I guess. And I was like, sorry, I'm sorry, you're gonna have to give me a couple days. Hey Turkan, it's going good. Yeah, sorry, my voice is failing me. Too much yapping. If I dare say so myself. My voice is slowly crapping out on me. So, I did catch up, just in case you were wondering. In case you're worried. Camille, have you caught up? Yes, I caught up. I finished the book too. Gunzi? Who's Gunzi in the Adventure Time lore? Apparently he did this. That was exactly the vibe. But then she bribed me. She knew exactly. My wife knows me so well, guys. She knows me so well. She bribed me. She says, but Camille, if you read quickly, there's a hot lady in the book. About to appear in the book. And there's an illustration of the hot lady. And I was like, I really Gunther? It might be Gunther then. And I was like, you're speaking my language. I shall read. How long did it take you to finish the book? Not long at all. I think like 8 minutes per chapter. She finished it on like a Saturday, and I think I finished on Monday, basically. I think for me the main problem is for finishing books is I need some time uninterrupted. And I find it hard to find a time slot where I can read uninterrupted. But when I do read uninterrupted, then I read a lot. You know what I mean? Like I read in big batches, basically. Can you get a care package? Yeah, it's the Lair of the Ice King. Yeah. Hairlead and Digressor, thank you for the watch streak. Thank you. Was the book really that good? Dude, the fucking... I guess you finished the book club book. The way this volume ends, I was like, there better be a sequel out, because that's a crazy way to end this book. I have no idea where you find the time. Me neither. Me neither. I mean, I cancelled yesterday's stream and then I read most of a book. But I don't know. I think I read most just before sleep. I get like half an hour of reading in before sleep. Your worm model is starting to make sense though. I did for a while consider doing like a bookworm kind of model. Because I read a lot. I do really love to read. Roshimna, thank you for checking in. Thank you. I try not to be on social media after I've wrapped up my stream. I have dinner and then I usually do a bit of reading. That's it, it ends there. Right, I know. I was like, and I was totally fine with it until that like almost very last scene. Or I was like, what the fuck? If it opens up on a different protagonist, I'm gonna scream. A stream of you reading would be awesome. You can do it with like public domain stuff. But I don't know how much interest there will be. I've seen a few friends doing it and it doesn't seem to be much very popular kind of content. Ooh, we're almost done with the map. We're doing it. Oh, I think it is Gunther. Okay, Gunther, yeah. Okay, it was him who did this. Is he a rapscallion? Is he a bit of a rapscallion kind of type? You're playing Power Simulator. That's true. But I think people like Powerwash because you can have a conversation, you know? It's a bit harder if I'm reading a book. It's the only ASMR I enjoy. Maybe if I make a separate YouTube channel for voice stuff, maybe I'll do that. I have a beautiful version of Pride and Prejudice on my read. He's a penguin who likes doing crime. Ah, the penguin! I didn't realize that was his name. I've heard there's also a dog named Schwabble. Reading smut as content. You'd have to find like copyright-free smut as well. No? Apparently there is. Hold on. Schwabble? The dog. Yeah! It's a white poodle. No, Schwabble. Spelled like this. Schwabble. Because my friend named their dog after Schwabble, the dog. It's a little poodle. A white poodle. Very cute. I just want music. I don't like ASMR personally to listen to where people talk. I like sounds. I like slime ASMR, but I don't like the talking ones. That thing, yeah. My friend named their dog after it. Travel the dog. Wait. What has been your favorite book this year? Ooh, great question. Hold on, I need to pull up a list of what I've read this year. Fantastic question. Let's see. What has been my favorite this year? It's been a pretty decent year for reading, I think. Let's see. Oh, sorry, Daisy. I need to fix my model. Daisy? Can you move? Thank you. The V-Church is free microphone to slime is about pipeline. Slime is really fun, but I don't know what I would do with all the slime afterwards. Okay, what was my... The House of My Mother was really good. I think it was Opal who recommended it to me. I really liked that. That was really good. Probably... That might be the best thing I've read this year. The Everlasting was really good too, but I think The House of My Mother was probably the most impactful thing I've read. But that's a non-fiction, so it's a bit different. It's about... I don't know if you guys remember. There used to be this really popular YouTube channel that did like family content. It was called 8 Passengers, something like that. I don't remember the number. But it was this like Mormon family that was making like family content. And then years later, the mother turned out to be this horrible, abusive person and got arrested for child abuse. And it's basically a memoir from the eldest daughter who was telling like her experience. It was very interesting, very impactful. I enjoyed that one a lot. Yeah, no, really rough. It's not a happy book. Don't get me wrong. It's not a happy Is this Gunter? It's not a happy listen. I listened to the audiobook for this one because it was read by the author. Yeah, but it was very interesting. I forget if I read about Moose the Dead this year or last year. Ooh, I don't know if you talked about it. Yeah, she seems to be doing way better. Yeah, she got out of the situation, you know, she's been getting help. And the situation is over now that her mom's in jail. But yeah, it's really, really rough. I also listened to I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy last year, and that was really impactful as well. I think I mentioned being scared of mushrooms for a while. Oh yeah, you did mention that. High Game. Political biography of some of the biggest oil companies in the world. Shell. Ooh, that's a really interesting, actually. I like reading a nice mix between fiction and non-fiction, yeah. I think that was the best thing I've read. Mid-January. So it counts, it counts. It's also very topical today. Yes, very, very true, very true. Last year, for non-fiction, I read Everything is Tuberculosis, and that was really interesting too. As someone who had... where doctors thought apparently I had tuberculosis, I was like, oh no, do I have tuberculosis? So that was interesting. It's an interesting title. Yeah, it's a John Green book. It's really good. I liked it a lot. What else? I've been really enjoying The Count of Monte Cristo, I must say. That's been really fun. Where's the dirt on this thing? Like in the buttons? There you go. Do you care if a book is new or not when considering reading? Not really. No. I'll read classics, I'll read new releases. Not really. I loved the movie as a kid. Ooh. Did you have a favorite book series growing up? Oh, I liked so many. I really liked the Aragon series. And then when I was a little bit older, the Mortal Instruments series. I really liked that one when I was younger. Still like it, actually. I've gone full circle. I've gone from, ooh, I love this, to, oh, I hate this, to, oh, I love it again. Got to a real roller coaster. It's a good thing you mentioned that. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind having that as a physical copy, because I read it as an ebook. I wouldn't mind having that on my shelf. It's a good book. Do you know any books of stars? I want to try reading, but give up midway. I think the easiest way to start reading is to go into a topic you're interested in anyway, rather than what is maybe popular. Do you have like any, you know, if there's a particular series or franchise you're really interested in, like Warhammer, you could like read a Warhammer book. Or if you like a particular game series, a lot of them have books. Maybe try and get into it that way. Or you could try something like a graphic novel. Gunter does a lot to mess this place up. I see that, yeah. Oh, Project Hail Mary. I really liked both the movie and the book. I think they're very different, but I love both of them, Andras. Never read Finnegan's Wake. Which one is that again? The Mortal Instruments. That was my... Oh my god. I've been reading the series she did in the same world, but in Victorian London. I loved that one. It's so fun. The Chain of Gold one, I've been slowly working my way through those. Actually really enjoying them, having a great old time. What was it called? The Last Hours. So I read Chain of Gold and I read Chain of Iron. I have to read the last one now. Oh, Percy Jackson! Yeah, that was so fun. Oh my gosh, yes. That was really, really fun. Lit RPG stories? Yeah, I think trying to have... Yeah, I think if you struggle with reading, maybe try audiobooks. That might be more up your street. Have you read Love in the Time of Cholera? No, but that sounds interesting. Hold on. Hi, Ahab, how are you? Oh, that one that's meant to be hard to read. Yeah, that doesn't sound up my street. Love in the Time of Cholera. Interesting. No, I have not read this. Looks good though. I wanted to get the Project Hail Mary book, but the paperback only says the film cover. No! Oh my god. Because the OG cover is pretty decent. I hate it when they do as seen in cinemas. The worst is when they go as seen on TikTok. Oh. BookTok recommended it. Ick. Yeah! Okay, yeah, I know the one now, hide on. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna read that. You like anime light novels? Oh yeah, light novels, graphic novels, those kinds of things. Manga and like comics, or if you have dyslexia, I would try audiobooks, genuinely. Making a mental note, oh, it's so, her writing has improved so much, it's crazy, Mabel. I started with Star Wars novels and then eventually drifted into political and satire. I think starting with something you're interested in anyway is just like a good shout, you know? I love to read, I just don't give myself the time to do so, so listen to audiobooks. Audiobooks are reading! So yeah. I don't want to get hardcover anymore. Surely there's a paperback with a normal cover. I saw that RL for the first time a few weeks ago. Really? The Electric State, Netflix swept about with it as their movie, but the graphic novel is vastly superior. There you go! Hopefully that helps you find something. Ooh, hold on. Space issues? Yeah, no, hardcovers are huge. Hold on, let me mute it for a second. I need to check something. My friend has sent me the recording of him saying the city name, but it's the crunchiest, lowest quality recording I have ever heard in my life. Entirely unhelpful. Would you... How close is he to his mic? Would you... So it was Wabo. No, it wasn't Wabo. Could have been there. So, not helpful. Thank you, friendo. I love audiobooks too, especially before sleep. Yeah, I gotta set a sleep timer though. Ugh. Did you ever read stuff from Khaled Hosseini? No. What has he written? I spend too much time on hardcovers. I love to collect the books. I often buy them from like when books I've already read and I want a nice copy of it. Oh, the Kite Runner? No, I have not read the Kite Runner. I should, because it's a classic, but I have not, no. Maybe the exhale into your mic is part of it? Maybe. Okay, I should start wrapping up, but now we're talking about interesting things like books. When Camille audiobook? I think my pronunciation would be all over the place. In USA, First Lady was a teacher. She famously had a stack of comic books on her desk for any of her kids to born read at home. When parents argued they should be reading actual books, she said they can't even read their names and hate reading, but reading comic books make them realize reading can be fun. No, literally, right? I think try not force yourself, if you struggle with reading, and try not force yourself to read the things that you're told you should read, isn't helpful. You should read things that you're genuinely interested in, even if, or like, try audiobooks, right? Even if people say it's like, quote-unquote, not a real reading. It's better not reading at all. You know, I think just life's too short. Just force yourself to do things like this you don't enjoy. I was huge into comics when I was a teen. Yeah, like, just read manga if that's what you want to do. If you want dark humor as Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. That's a crazy title. I've not heard of that. Kite Runner was the first book that made me cry. That's how I discovered emotionally charged books. I do love a book that makes me cry. Big into just sobbing loads when I read. Enjoy your dinner. I'm gonna wrap up now anyway, because it would be so nice if dinner was ready in 15 minutes. I don't know if you heard me, guys. Oh, I am about to wrap up my stream. How lovely would it be if there was a warm dinner ready in 15 minutes? He's going, guys. It worked. It worked. I can hear him running to the kitchen. I hear him scurrying. He takes offense to the words running and scurrying. Sorry. He swaggered to the kitchen real cool style. Like a real alpha male. It worked. A nonchalant jog, exactly. Not a single chalance in his demeanor. Counted our man. For context, he sauntered out of the kitchen with radiating aura. Incredible riz. He mugged me as he walked past my office. He mugged me. He pressed a boobity, maybe not quite. To offer a little bit of context, so I don't sound like a horrible person who just screams at their partner to make me dinner. He pre-cooked the dinner, and he said I should give him a heads up when I'm about to wrap up the stream about 15 minutes before, so he could warm it up and have it ready. So, but it makes me sound way more alpha, way more sigma if I'm just like, I want my dinner now. But no, he did ask me to do this, guys. Best man, we love Cam Date. He takes such good care of you guys. The vibe is peak. Oh, right? Especially if you get a good narrator. Was that a hint? It's very kind of very obvious hint, yes. Listening to me though, my good. At the moment, what is a story about a superhero that was stuck in the typical isekai? Ooh. He's a good dude. He is a good dude. I have a terrible shipment. I was hiding Aurora. That is, how dare you? How very dare you? I will still end him if he breaks Cam's heart. It's very squishy. Yes, he keeps me alive. I appreciate that. Anyway, you heard the man. Dinner's gonna be ready soon, so I'm gonna look for someone to raid. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. I'll post an update on my social media and Discord soon. That tomorrow I'm starting my stream way earlier than I normally would because I want to get a bit of time in on Minecraft. On stream, there's currently also a sponsor that I want to do for Minecraft. So I want to get 1-2 hours of Minecraft in before the collab at 11 AM BST. And then the collab will continue as normal. So if you want to get your streak, make sure to tune in before, I guess I would say 2 PM British Summer Time. But thank you for the yaps, guys. It's Ayu's birthday. Yeah, she's still live, right? I was in her stream earlier, watching her read the Kudo board. What is she up to now? It's gonna be a 12-hour stream, she said, so she's at 9 hours. Okay, still going for a little while. Because the reader is goated. Yeah, oh my gosh. I've been listening to the audiobook for Braiding Sweetgrass, and that's really calming as well. Is he your boyfriend versus our? He's our boyfriend, if you ask chat. It was chaotic on the first day. Okay, she's in gremlin mode. Yeah, she's in a straitjacket, guys. So brace yourselves. I don't know if she multi-streams on YouTube. Let me check. I don't think she does. Yeah, I don't think she does. So I'm gonna send a link to her Twitch over for you YouTube chatters because she doesn't multi-stream. But you'll be redirected to my schedule, which is now inaccurate because I am streaming earlier. Ask Cam to confirm. I think he knows. But he's busy cooking. He's in the kitchen, guys, where he belongs. All right. Let me read over. Please wish her a happy birthday. Here are the raid messages. Thank you for the fun times today. Today was really fun. Good yaps. And I'll see you tomorrow for Minecraft and then the collab with Sari. And stream Iris out on YouTube. Yay! Okay. I think that's everything I had to share. Mayhap? Yes, I think that's it. Bye! Bye.